and preview of football across the state of Florida. From the preps to the pros, and anything goes. Let's get you tailgate ready for the weekend with your host, broadcasting legend Mike Rickard, along with big game Ben Botham and award-winning sports journalist Ray Kennedy. Let's kick off the College Game Day Tailgate Show live from Fergs. And here's Mike Rickard.
Good morning, Tampa Bay, and welcome to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connections College Game Day Tailgate Show this Saturday, December 13th, live from our Fergs Sports Bar and Grill, Ice Pick Vodka Studios, and Body Armor Studios across from Tropicana Field in downtown St. Petersburg, Florida. America's #1 local sports bar is voted by USA Today. I'm Mike Rickard with Ray Kennedy in our Body Armor Coca-Cola Studios across from Baseball Ben Botham, actually Big Bets Ben Botham. We've got a jam-packed show today. We're on the Big 8, AM 820. We'll be here from 11 to 12. Then we flip the switch, and we'll be bringing in the Northside Christian boys basketball team. We're going to let you guys rant and rave about your beloved Buccaneers. I'll boast about my Green Bay Packers. We'll talk to the world of college football here in a minute with the great Dan McCarney. And then we'll get a live call to Barry Smith, of course, the legend from Florida State, Green Bay Packers, here Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were celebrating the 50th anniversary on that debacle. And then we have three of the cheerleaders from the alumni from the 50th squad. And Lynn Munoz-Murray and her girls.
Saw the ladies last week. They danced at halftime of the Saints game.
They got stopped.
It was Ray. We all got socked.
Alex Reed will call in and break down a little college football. But right now, let's go to Ben Botham, brought to you by our friends at Body Armor Coca-Cola. It's December, and the high school football season is over. Why don't you give us the results this week?
Yeah, so this week, 6A, West Boca Raton defeated West Broward 31-0. In the 5A state championship, St. Thomas Aquinas defeated Lakeland 29-0.
Damn. Imagine that, St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah,
absolutely loaded every year.
Yes.
Every year, always dominant. 3A state championship, Reigns versus Northwestern Miami. Reigns defeated them in a close one, 23-22. In 2A, Cardinal Mooney defeated Bulls School 52-0.
Somebody regionally, finally.
Mooners. Cardinal Mooney, got to Sarasota.
And in the 1A state championship, Cardinal Newman defeated Chaminade Madonna.
They did?
17-14. There's still a couple games that are going to be played today. The 7A championship, Lake Mary versus Vero Beach play today. American Heritage plays Jones. And also, I believe, and that's it.
Chaminade Madonna got beat. Now, remember, we talked about this last week. We talk about it all the time. The absolute stud that plays for Ohio State Buckeyes, and that is Jeremiah Smith. That's the school that kid won. When they won that 2 years ago, they had 13 Division I prospects, and they didn't go to chump change schools. These kids were studs.
Well, if there was relegation in college football, which there may be someday, if they're not going to have bowls anymore, maybe we got to figure something out to make the halves that don't make this elite at post game playoffs. But Chaminade or with St. Thomas Aquinas, it's just you didn't see that coming. Yeah, you did, and it's good football.
Well, in 2026, we're going to be breaking it down like nobody does. We're going to take over high school football coverage with our Prep Connection partnership, Primetime Preps with Bobby. And I'll tell you one of the things that we're going to do, and I know Mac, who's on hold, that will love this. We're going to break down where all these kids from this talent-loaded state end up going to. They go to the Iowa States. I mean, I know 5 kids from this region that went to Iowa State as of late. And of course, we'll talk about that coaching change. And another topic we're going to talk about. And I went to a private school. I went to Bishop Elin, which was a perennial power in the state of Iowa. The privates versus the publics, because the publics these days, boys, you teach at a public school, you coach at a public school, it's a bitch.
I'll be honest with you, I really do, and we've said this before. Private schools, charter schools need to have their own division separate from.
I'm going to ask Mac's opinion on that. Yeah.
And I'm okay with them maybe facing off at the end of the year, but it's not fair that you have schools like a Jesuit, like a IMG, facing off
Take
against.
it easy on Jesuit. Those are my boys.
No, I love Jesuit. Believe me. Hey, we're Catholic over here. I understand. and I want to talk about Notre Dame later because I do think that
you guys have a half hour to talk about it. I'm going to get on my freaking.
Well, we want to talk with Coach McInerney about this.
McCarney, come on,
McCarney.
man.
I'm sorry about these bowl games. We're always about people protecting your players. There's reasons you got injuries or protecting, but everybody just saying we're just not going to play at all. That's going to tear at the very fabric of either what they're. Well,
we're losing everything. In fact, finish this up and then we're going to get Mac on.
So
he knows what
I do want
he
to
knows.
say,
He has a hell of a lot more than we do.
Because I got something to say about those bowl games. I got a solution for those to make sure that
everybody does.
Go. Well, the easiest solution is that if you don't play in your bowl game, if you elect not to go, ban them from playing in the championship the next year. Don't allow them to go to the college football playoffs. Say as a requirement to go to the college football playoffs.
It sounds great
that you need to play in your bowl game.
Without further delay, we'll get Mac's opinion. I know he'll get all fired up and get us ready, fired up on this 13th of December on our college game day. And now he's Dan McCarney, of course, a friend of mine. I'm very privileged to be able to say that. He was the head football coach at Iowa State back in the day. He rebuilt that program from the ashes. And then, of course, Jim Levitt, and he loves USF still and the USF program. And I'm sure he just beams when he sees what's finally happening there. He was a big part of that. And then he went up a little further north in the state of Florida to Gainesville and got himself he's wore it down here, a nice national championship ring, 2 of them actually, with Tim Tebow and that gang. Wow. And then he went to North Texas State and took over that program and had a little history of where Hayden Fry went, his beloved coach at the University of Iowa. Mac, how are you, my man?
Mike, great to be with you guys. Best damn radio show in the state of Florida. And a little shout out as you guys were talking about high school football. Your alma mater, Sioux City Heelan, coached by John LaFleur. His dad, Danny LaFleur, was a teammate of mine at Iowa. John got so sick of your alma mater getting their ass kicked and not winning any games, took it over 3-4 years ago, and has done an incredible job with it, and got him in the state championship game this year. Came up a little bit short, but doing a tremendous job back at Sioux City Heelan. And then let's just go right down the road from where I'm sitting right now at Sarasota Cardinal Mooney High School. How many times you ever hear of a state championship game and the outcome is 52-0? Usually they're competitive, they're tough, they're close, they're exciting. That was an ass whipping now. Just complete dominance. So, but a shout out to my hometown where I've had a home now for 25 years, Sarasota, Florida, Cardinal Mooney, and the great job they did winning another state championship.
Well, thanks for bringing up Bishop Heelan, and the LaFleur family are very close friends of mine. And in fact, I talked to Johnny on the phone and just so proud of him. And when he played at the University of Iowa, I used to go watch his games. Our whole family did specifically because of him. And I met a lot of great guys through that process, Matt Hughes, and I could go on and on and on. But yeah, rich tradition. That's one of the things in those schools. But you had it at Iowa City High. You had generational pride and families continuing the pride and all the way to the Timmy Dwights and on at Iowa City High.
Loved it. Some of the best memories I've ever had in my life, experiences in my life. Mike, we're at Iowa City High. The varsity, when we were sophomores, and they sophomores didn't get moved up much. They moved us up the last game of the year because the varsity was 0-9 at Iowa City High. But Clyde Bean, who was the head wrestling coach, head football coach, moved us up the last game against Rock Island. We moved the ball. We scored a couple times. Anyway, it gave us a little taste that you guys got a chance, if you work hard, maybe something special. 2 years later, it was the last year, the fall of 70, Mike, was the last year before they didn't have playoffs. And we won 8 or 9 games in a row, had a great run, would have loved to play anybody at that stage. And during COVID, our 5th-year high school reunion, they were going to have one, then they canceled because of COVID. I said, well, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. I might be dead in 6 weeks. So let's get the football team together, which we did. And we had almost 100 people. And my dad, besides being chief of police in Iowa City, Iowa, his hobby was taking pictures. So I used to get mad. Quit taking pictures, Dad. Quit doing that. Quit doing how you are when you're in high school. So I had over 100 pictures for that reunion. on the field, practices, locker rooms, game day. You should have seen the tears flowing as I laid out all those pictures for all those players to pick up and take with them 50 years later. And I know my dad was looking down from heaven, smiling and giggling that we finally enjoyed all those pictures. But those high school years are so special, and no one should ever feel like it's not that big a deal, especially for the guys that go on to college or the few that go on to the NFL. I'm telling you, those high school years are the years that you'll cherish the rest of your life, and embrace them, appreciate them, and do all that you can to make it real meaningful while you're there.
You know what sucks, though, in today's climate, and I try to be upbeat like you, is we are losing the rich traditions. There will not be class reunions like that. There will not be the pride of, you and your band of brothers having success or failure, because I tell these kids that sit in front of us weekly, we had the Jesuit championship swim team, and I said, you're going to remember everything you guys did. You guys are going to stay in contact the rest of your lives, and that's the reality of it, and you're well aware of that. Let's shift gears to a lot of college topics. Where do you want to start, Matt? Should we go back up to Iowa State and Matt Campbell?
Yeah, whatever you want to. I'm just a fan nowadays. I don't know much more than the fans do right now as far as what's going on. The norm has changed right now in college football, Mike, as you know.
Well, your opinions of what are changing are important to me, I guess, because you do have your finger on the pulse, from afar, because you've seen how successful programs were. You've seen the pride in getting to go to the Sun Bowl or the Peach Bowl, and I just wonder if there's even that much pride any longer for that particular part of these kids' lives.
Well, it's for someone that had never experienced a bowl game until 1981, and then we got to go to the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. Kirk Ferentz and I, that was our first bowl game as college coaches. We were both really young. Hayden Fry hired me when I was 25. He hired Kirk Ferentz when he was 25. We had no business getting offensive and defensive line jobs in the Big Ten Conference. We didn't have the resume, and we didn't have the experience. Thank God he saw something in us that we didn't see in ourselves. But I was fortunate to coach in 21 bowl games. It's one of the great things that you get to celebrate, not only when you're there, but to come back and do it years later. It's been a busy fall for me, Mike. I won't waste time, but I did go to Ireland. Never been there before for the Iowa State-Kansas State game. 5 days later, I went back to Ames, and we celebrated our 25th reunion of our 2000 Inside.com Bowl championship game. We beat University of Pittsburgh, and it was the first bowl win in 100 years at Iowa State University. A couple of weeks later, I went back to the University of Iowa for a celebration of our 1985 40-year reunion of our 85 Big Ten championship team, Rose Bowl team led by Chuck Long.
Hell of a team. Hell of a
team. I went back to the University of Wisconsin. Excuse me?
That was a hell of a team.
Oh, a hell of a team. Number one, and Michigan's number two. The greatest game I ever got a chance to coach in, including the national championship game at Florida. That was incredible in Kittick Stadium. And then 2 weeks later, I went up to the University of Wisconsin. I brought all three of Barry Alvarez's Rose Bowl champion teams back. Got to go back and relive those memories. And then I went back to Iowa State again. The week they played BYU, Gene Smith was inducted into the Iowa State Hall of Fame. He hired Billy Finley and I, the women's basketball coach, within 2 months of each other. And I wanted to go back and honor him. So I've had a lot of reunions. What you find out, guys, and these opting out of bowl games as an individual, opting out of bowl games as a team, honestly, it makes me sick to my stomach. And maybe one of the things we might think about doing, all these players getting paid a whole bunch of money. Fantastic. Great. We all did all that we could for many, many years trying to make it better for student athletes. But if you're not going to play and you don't want to go play in a bowl game, then maybe we should break these payments down, all the big money that they're getting now as student athletes, and make sure they don't get paid their last paycheck if you decide you don't want to go play in a bowl game. You get paid for what you do. You don't get paid for what you might do. And that part of it really bothers me. But I found this out through the years, Mike. Don't worry about who gets the glory in the pursuit of greatness. Win big and everyone benefits. And we sure did that in all the places I was at for the worst programs in all of college football: University of Iowa, University of Wisconsin, Iowa State University, and North Texas University were all in the bottom 5, bottom 10 pathetic excuses for college football programs. And when you rebuild those things and do things the right way, unlike what's going on in Michigan right now, you do it with integrity, you do it with class, you do it with character, then it's just so much fun to go back and relive those memories. So eventually, as all guys know, and maybe they don't, maybe they need to be reminded, the cheers will fade. All that, sold out crowds and stadiums and all, whether it's high school, college, or NFL, but especially in college, those incredible fans and full stadiums, the cheers are eventually going to fade, but your hearts will cradle those memories forever. And the older you get, the more you're going to want to appreciate those and maybe not sit out something that you could have been a part of and been part of one more real special memory at each of those universities.
Coach, this is Ray, by the way, and it's great talking to you today. And I agree completely in talking about the bowl games and to get these bowl games to be significant. 100%, no way do you make it where you throw more money at it. The commitment to these games, it has to tie back to the reason why you went to the alma mater or to that college. Not just because you went there for NIL or portal to play, but so you can tie yourself back for the emotional ties that you'll carry a lifetime, the friendships and the contacts you'll make. So with the bowl games, what kind of a governing, who's the governing body that's going to be able to make that a thing where the schools can, even if it's their under players and a lot of the top stars on these teams opt out, it's like almost a reverse spring practice. But you get back into the school of it where you got alma mater and a legacy going back and celebrating why you celebrate a bowl game. But who's going to be able to start that going? The NCAA, or is there another body that's going to have to be created to take care of that, Coach?
Well, I've spent 45 years in Division I football as a player and coach, and tremendous respect for college football. Love it. If I drop dead next week, my life, I couldn't have dreamed of the opportunities that I had and the memories that we made and the incredible experiences that I just cherish. And when you're in retirement, I don't sit around watching soap operas, but you do have more time to relive some of those and appreciate them and respect what you went through and what you accomplished when you're doing it and you're in the ball. I was an assistant. I was a coordinator, a head coach for many years. All you're worried about is the next day, the next recruit, the next play, the next call, the next injury, the next issue. As a head coach, every problem is your problem. You and your coaches and all your players, your problem as a head coach. But you just have this great appreciation for the game of college football. I agree with a number of college head coaches that have come out, some privately and some publicly, and said, we need a commissioner of college football, a la Nick Saban, who's the most successful head coach in the history of the college football, and with some other real experienced, successful head coaches to put together a commission to oversee all these things and get some sanity and some common sense into what's going on right now, because the calendar's not working, guys. It's not working. When players opt out, when teams opt out of bowl games, when coaches are changing jobs, the chaos ensues. I hate to see it. Not the guys don't take advantage of the opportunities they've earned. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the guys that are left behind, the players and coaches. And I was just talking to Kevin Patrick, texting back and forth with him yesterday. He was on my staff in North Texas. Tremendous respect for him. Defensive line coach at South Florida. We had a great year, as you guys know. Todd Orlando, the defensive coordinator, played for me at the University of Wisconsin. We went from 1-10 to 10-1. Heck of a young man, heck of a coach. Neither one of them got taken to Auburn. That's the decision that head coaches can make. And they're not even sure if they're going to get to stay with the new coaching staff. And here's one of the great seasons in the history of South Florida football, and two tremendous leaders, coaches, mentors, recruiters, maybe out there looking for a job. And those are the things that really disappoint me. So there's no question some things have to be adjusted, some things have to be changed. And unfortunately, I don't think the NC2A is going to do it. So I'm hoping in my lifetime, in your lifetime, guys, that something will change. And I'd be all for a guy like Nick Saban to take that thing over and start making some decisions that make a lot more sense than what's going on right now.
You're listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. We are live from Fergs Sports Bar and Grill, America's #1 rated sports bar by USA Today, and #1 in my heart. And an incredible man down in Sarasota is the great Dan McCarney, taking a few moments to give us some of his insights. And it's all brought to you by our great friends at Body Armor Coca-Cola.
I was going to ask, Coach, you were talking about the change into two coaches that are between staffs over on USF, and we heard the big hiring. Of course, Coach brought in this week. His first hiring is a young lady named Jenna Learn. She was a USF grad, and then she went on to Michigan State, and then she went on to TCU. Not TCU, but she was at Texas, University of Texas, El Paso, and she's
UTEP, baby.
UTEP, or it was UTSA in the AAC, but she's the on-campus recruiter coordinator. She's kind of up and coming, they said. And she said she was one of Hartfield's first calls when he came here, not only being a USF grad, but seems like they're going to that type of a thing to bring in and working in on-campus recruiting. But I think I agree with you, Coach. You got to also look what you've had these last 3 years and what you got working, and hopefully you can find a blend to keep that too.
No question. But you mentioned if you're talking about a female coming in, I think it's phenomenal. I've got 2 daughters. I've got 2 sisters, and I've got three granddaughters.
You got no option, buddy. You got no option than to break the woman's movement.
No question. And it did upset me way back in 1970, and I'm getting recruited, and I wasn't anything special, but my dad was chief of police in Iowa City. And I think a lot of coaches wanted to come in and get somebody out of Iowa City and maybe have a connection with the law enforcement family in the state of Iowa. So I got a lot of opportunities. I narrowed it down to Iowa State, Iowa. Johnny Majors and Jackie Sherrill recruited the hell out of me because I think they just wanted to get out of Iowa City. And my dad had the best built-in bar in eastern Iowa, so they'd always stop there last.
That's the key right there. That was the key. That the hell with being a cop. It was the bar, my man.
No question. But it used to bother me because I wanted my sisters to get the opportunities and maybe the chances to get scholarships, be recruited, play in college that I did. And of course they didn't. And then Title IX finally came around and the rest is history, but it's still obviously a work in progress, but just a classic example. And Mike, you have a great appreciation for this. We watched Iowa State and Iowa in women's basketball. I watched every play of it the other night. Billy Finley's a real close friend. Here's 2 of the top college women's basketball programs in America. They just happen to be in the state of Iowa. And you look around the country and you watch on television, if you're not watching in person, some of these arenas, you can't draw flies for women's basketball. It makes me sick to my stomach that people don't get out and support women's sports. You turn it on there, can't find a seat. 15,000 in Hilton Coliseum. You go to Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City, 15,000 show up for women's basketball. That's the way it should be. But I just like people to get opportunities when they're young. As I mentioned earlier about the opportunity that Kirk and I had getting into college football, and the decisions that I made with hiring guys as a head coach, if a guy didn't have or a young person didn't have the resume, the experience, does he have everything else? Or nowadays, does she have everything else? And here's Chris Ashe, defensive coordinator at Notre Dame, one of the great seasons in school history this year. And unfortunately, they're not going to get into the playoffs. Anyway, Chris Ashe on my staff, hired him when he didn't have much experience. Tony Alford, one of the top running back coaches, spent the last probably 12, 14 years at Ohio State and Michigan as one of the top running back coaches in the country. Jay Norvell, hired him when he was really young, not much experience. Just got let go as the head coach of Colorado State, but he's been at Texas, he's been at Oklahoma, one of the top guys in America. Charlie Partridge, hired him, a real young guy, not much experience, but he now is the defensive line coach for the Indianapolis Colts. Just some examples of hiring people. If they don't have maybe everything that you want experience-wise, let's make sure they got everything else: work ethic, loyalty, ability to connect, ability to be a great staff person, energized, excited, always on a quest to learn. Those things are really, really important, guys.
Hey, you touched on something I want to talk about, and I, maybe it's a little touchy for you, but your opinion on Notre Dame not being in the college playoffs. I mean, it just, to me, makes no sense when you're looking at, and God bless them, JMU and Tulane and I love the underdog stories, and when I had to come up with some kind of system to give them a fair shot at the playoffs, but for Notre Dame to not be in after winning 10 straight, they played in the national championship last year. We could go on and on, but to me, it was a tragedy. Forget my Catholic love for Notre Dame, but I just think it's absolute BS.
Well, I understand both sides of it, Mike. You know, they're not in a conference. They're an independent. They can still make as much or more money than anybody in college football because of their TV contracts and radio contracts and all. I get all that. Anytime you win 10 games in a row, as they did, they were one of the hottest teams in college football at the end of the season. Do they belong in the playoffs this year? My opinion, absolutely. It's another reason why we probably should expand, because Tulane and James Madison had great seasons, great job, really tremendous coaching and players, and we make room for those non-power 4 teams, but maybe we take it up 2 more, maybe we take it up 4 more, and you still have room for those 2 teams that come in from the non-power 4, but a team like Notre Dame that won 10 in a row that really deserved to be in there. I know we both know how this works, Mike. People either love Notre Dame or they hate them.
Yeah.
I had 2 chances to coach there with Lou Holtz and Barry Alvarez. I turned them both down. The second time I was all ready to go, and Barry called me, just got the head job at Wisconsin. I went up there as the defensive coordinator, but tremendous respect that place, but not just because Chris Ash is there. I just think they deserved it. They earned it. And my gut is if they went and played James Madison or Tulane right now, the way they were playing at the end of the season, they probably kicked their butts up between their shoulder blades. But that's the system we're in right now. Those are the rules and regulations in 2025. My hope is that we can expand it a little bit more. Back to what Mike Leach talked about many, many years ago, to get up to 16 teams before he passed away. He was a trailblazer, and he's a pretty damn smart guy that said long ago we should be having 16 teams in college football playoffs.
Well, Coach, it almost felt like Notre Dame was, because they beat Miami at the beginning of the year, wins the game. They wanted to get back in there. And as far as them being an independent, it almost feels like by association they're being punished for what's going to.
I agree.
And they are. But I think they're being punished for the fact that nobody knows what's going to happen with conference championships anymore. And people are pissed because they're like, well, Notre Dame doesn't even have to play in one. And I think sensibly, if you've got teams going into a expanded playoff for a run for the Roses, maybe they should be excluded from conference championships. And maybe the independency of Notre Dame would come out of play. But that would obviously be an expanded playoff field, maybe even more than 16, Coach. Or is there some other way to get there?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a real complex issue. You bring up a couple of great ideas, but it's a real complex issue, no doubt about it. And then the teams that play and get beat, should they be penalized? BYU had a tremendous season, Big 12 Coach of the Year, one of the top programs in America. You just stop and think about it. Their regular season, they were 10-1 regular season. 11-1 regular season. And you're not in the playoffs because you lost the Big 12 championship game to Texas Tech. Just seems like something needs to be adjusted there. You know, that's a pretty good conference now. The SEC and the Big Ten, I think rightfully so, got the most teams in the playoffs. But it's hard to imagine. I'm a head coach at BYU or an assistant coach or a player. We just went 11-1, one of the great records in all of college football. We're in the top 10. We come up short playing the same opponent that we couldn't beat during the regular season, Texas Tech, who won the Big 12 and is in the playoffs and does have a bye, rightfully so. But should you be penalized and we only take one team out of the Big 12 because you played the same team twice and lost to them? It just seems like there's room. There should be room for a couple of more teams. So, and however many we put in, guys, there's always going to be people upset and pissed off that don't get in. We understand that. But I think we could go ahead and expand a little more. The interest and the excitement and the energy and the success and the following and the money and all those things are about as good as it's ever been. Now, we're all talking about NIL. We're all talking about transfer portal. We're all talking about the playoffs as having issues and need to get better and need to improve. No question. But the game itself right now is thriving. And as we get into bowl season here and playoff season, there's still going to be a whole bunch of people turning on those televisions and being entertained by college football. And I think that's a really good thing.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner McCarney. Go ahead, Ben.
When I look at like Alabama getting it,
I'm not smart enough for that.
Yeah, bullshit.
I'm just a dumb old Iowa City guy.
Too modest.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
too modest.
yeah,
Another
yeah,
reason.
yeah.
well, when I look at like Alabama getting in, when you look at week 14, they were ranked number 9. Notre Dame was ranked number 9. Alabama's ranked number 10. You go into that, Notre Dame wins against Stanford 49-20. They were a 4-8 team. Then you look at Alabama; they barely squeak by against Auburn, a 5-7 team. They beat them 27-20. I think that's silly because then Alabama
they get pounded by Georgia.
They get pounded by them because then Alabama jumps Notre Dame and they swap spots.
Yeah.
I think that's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. I get that they're playing a lesser team against Stanford, but it's not that big of a difference.
Well, let me ask you this, Coach. Are the 7 guys in the lazy boys in the room locked away somewhere looking at all the games? Is that the right group that's supposed to select this committee, or is there a better way for that?
Well, there's, it's more than 7, but it's retired coaches, active ADs, guys that have, really, really strong football backgrounds. Barry Alvarez was actually on that committee for a couple of years, however long you can be on it, 2 or 3 years, however long it is. And I think they do have it right. I think there's a good cross section there, of guys that have a love for the game. They gave everything they had during their lives and their careers to college football. They want the best for it. I don't know. Do we need more? Do we need less? There's 14 or 15 or 16 of them that sit in that room down in Dallas, Texas, and make these decisions. But the point is, what I get back to before, you're not going to make everybody happy, but it should be, to me, when it's all said and done, there should be pretty obvious who the best teams are and who are the ones that really deserve to be in there. And you start leaving this team out, that team out. This team is in. This team is in. We've all talked. We've just, in the short time we've been on here on the show, we've talked about teams that probably deserve to be in there or not. And what I hate to see is, because I was in 21 bowl games coaching, I just hate to see those things where people don't give a damn anymore. They don't really care. It's getting to a point, if you're not in the playoffs, then there's this huge disappointment, like it was a disappointing season. Even though you might have been 9-3, 10-2, 11-1, it's a disappointment. And to think about that really sickens me, because I really understand the Bulls, how much they meant. Some of the greatest memories I had in all those bowl games were those last times we could all be together. It's the last time the seniors would pull on that uniform, and that celebration in the locker room after a bowl championship, holding up that trophy. Those are things that just are amazing. And I just really appreciate that, and I hope we can get back to it where it's a little bit more meaningful. Sometimes maybe we have a few too many. I understand that when teams opt out, which Baylor, Iowa State, Notre Dame, Kansas State did, then all of a sudden we're letting teams into the bowl system that are 5-7. I don't like that. I just don't. I think a bowl game should be reward for a really good season. If you got your ass beat more than you won games, you shouldn't be in a bowl game. But I understand the contracts that are there through these conferences that you need to have teams come play. But when teams opt out like they did, I just don't like it. I disagree with it 100%.
He's Dan McCarney. He's been kind enough to join us for the last 20 minutes. Mac, I love you. You do a superb job of getting us all educated, inspired. And as I said in my text to you, you're my role model, brother, for the things you've been through. And every time I start wimping out in my PT or something, I think of Mac kicking ass and taking names at your age and traveling to all these great events you go to, my man.
You take good care of yourself, Mike. We need you, man. We need you out there. Your voice is incredible. You guys do a great job on your show. I'm not much into BS. There's a lot of phonies that walk the face of the earth in all walks of life. You guys are about as genuine, as honest as it comes. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. Appreciate it. Honored to be with you.
All right, my man. Merry Christmas to you and your lovely bride, and all those ladies running your world. You have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you and all your listeners, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to go 50th anniversary with Barry Smith, of course. He is the godfather of the Bucks in this region. He's out in Las Vegas. We're going to give him a wake-up call. And then we've got 3 beauties from the 70s, 80s, and 90s cheerleaders. They're going to come join us on the set. We'll be back to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection College Game Day Show live from Fergs Sports Bar and Grill. Stay tuned.
Commissioner.
And the 76ers outscored the Pacers 115-105, while the Pistons rolled past the Hawks 142-115. Jalen Johnson recorded his third straight triple-double. In college football, Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza took home the Davey O'Brien Award for Best Quarterback and the Maxwell Award for Most Outstanding Player in the nation.
When the puck drops for Tampa Bay, you want the inside scoop and you want it fast. Listen for the Tampa Bay Lightning Report, your reliable source for Bolts updates, game recaps, and the stories every fan needs to know. The Lightning Report on the Big 8 is brought to you by Action Courier Service, delivering your packages where they need to go, fast, reliable, and always on time. Log on to goactioncourier.com. That's goactioncourier.com. AM 820, the Big 8.
Fred here. Welcome to the Sea Dog Treasure Island waterfront brew pub with a golf-inspired menu. Known for handcrafted cocktails and a wide variety of award-winning Sea Dog and Shipyard beers brewed right on site. Now serving breakfast daily starting at 8 a.m.
Chef Charlie here, featuring our homemade family recipes. Come try Big Mama's homemade biscuits and gravy, our award-winning shrimp and grits, handcrafted Maine lobster Benedict.
Located on the water, just walking distance to the Treasure Island Beach. Enjoyment for all ages. Cheers.
Fergs Sports Bar and Grill, America's #1 local sports bar, as voted by USA Today across from Tropicana Field, serving Tampa St. Pete for 33 years. Fergs, with 35,000 square feet and over 120 TVs and over 12 bars to serve you. Live music nightly, throwing, dog park, Bucks, Rays, and Lightning watch parties. The best college game day football watch parties and specials in the Bay. That's Fergs Sports Bar and Grill, America's #1 local sports bar, as voted by USA Today. Home of the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection and on the T Florida radio shows on the Big 8 AM 820. Brought to you by Ice Pig Vodka. Proudly served at Fergs Sports Bar and Grill, America's #1 local sports bar, as voted by USA Today.
Watch parties, the best food and drink. That's why Fergs Sports Bar and Grill was voted America's #1 local sports bar by USA Today. Just across from Tropicana Field, serving Tampa St. Pete for 33 years. Fergs Sports Bar and Grill.
Basketball court, the soccer pitch, or even the golf course. Your crew brings their best, not just for the win, but for that post-game celebrations. When victory tastes like Michelob Ultra, it's worth every drop of sweat. And if you don't win, you'll still get the beer. It's just on you. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Did you set up your appointment yet to relieve post-hurricane stress and enjoy the holiday specials at the Infinite Wellness Centers? Take advantage of our facial plus a massage combo special for only $99. Plus, experience fat freezing, CryoSkin, 360 cryoscope for just $149. Usually $400 and up. Located at 4025 Tampa Road, Suite 1106, Oldsmar, Florida. Call us at 813-491-4480 to book your appointment today.
On the T Florida, welcome to new partner, Liquid Drip, Cannabinoid Sparkling Fruity THC Beverage. Refreshing orange and blackberry flavors infused with THC. A non-alcoholic option that gives you a relaxing feeling without the hangover. 0 calories, 0 sugar, gluten-free, and all natural. Go ahead and crush a can today. Liquid Drip is proudly served at On the T Florida partners Ferg Sports Bar and Grill and the Hippie Shack. Stop by and give it a try. You'll be pleasantly surprised. That's Liquid Drip, Cannabinoid Sparkling Fruity THC Beverages.
Welcome back to the College Game Day Tailgate Show on the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. Live from Fergs Sports Bar and Grill, right on Central Avenue in downtown St. Pete, America's #1 sports bar, as voted by USA Today. Now let's get back to Mike Ricker.
Welcome back to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. We are live from Fergs Sports Bar and Grill, America's #1 rated sports bar by USA Today, recently brought to you by Ice Pick Vodka, Sea Dogs Brewing, and of course, Body Armor Coca-Cola. What a great conversation with Dan McCarney, but nothing's going to be as entertaining as we just got Barry Smith, my main man, Florida State graduate, record-setting, went to the Green Bay Packers, #1 draft pick, then to his beloved Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he met these ladies sitting across from us. We're getting his ass out of bed. I can say that on there. We're getting him out of bed in Las Vegas. What's going on, my man?
Well, I'm trying to shake the cobwebs off because, yes, we are out here in Las Vegas, and we were out last night, as you can imagine, having a good time. But there's no way that I would miss your call this morning, Big Mike. So, hey, it's a good day to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer in Las Vegas.
Well, first of all, it's not for me. I did this for the girls. So I want to say hello, Lynn. It was her idea. It was her idea to wake you up, by.
Hey, Barry. Good to see you again.
You're not seeing him.
Sweetheart.
You don't want to see him right now.
Well, I saw him Thursday night. I saw him Thursday night at the game where he was honored for the 1976 original Buccaneer football team and the 1976 original Buccaneer cheerleaders.
Which was a great event. Unfortunately, the outcome, but the fact that all you guys, bond together, the players as well as the cheerleaders, to celebrate this 50th anniversary. I think that's the storyline this morning.
Yes, it is.
Well, and I want you.
Mike, let me tell you.
Go ahead,
Mike. Let me tell you what. It was great to have Lynn, Mary May, and a number of the other original swashbucklers out there. Really added to it. I know all the guys love seeing them, and we all just can't understand why. They still look hot and they're great. And
you should see them this morning. They look like $1 million. They look like $1 million this morning. You're probably in your whitey tighties and your hair's all messed up. Marianne's just shaking her head at you.
Oh my Lord! But you know what? Hey, it's time for a Bloody Mary. The heck with the coffee. I need a Bloody Mary.
I'm sure you do. So, despite the outcome of the game the other night, we won't talk about that. Ray's going to talk about it later on. We're going to keep this all positive. The vibe and the appreciation that the ownership has for you guys, the inaugural team, Barry, it probably got pretty emotional.
Well, first of all, my hat's off to Brian and Joel Glazier, who both of them were there, spoke to the group and actually mingled with the group. I mean, we had a chance to talk with them and take pics and all that. And they really have, let me tell you, they understand legacy's tradition and where we all started from, and they wanted to keep this thing rolling. So my hat's off to the Buccaneers. Brian Ford was there, the COO. God bless them. And so they really did roll out the red carpet. Hey, listen, we got to go up in the owner's suite. They were serving us lobster up in the owner's suite.
Damn,
so,
man.
That wasn't too bad. I've been in a lot of suites in my day. I never had lobster.
Hey, Barry, I talked to Dave Revis right before you guys were going. He said, he goes, I have an extra ticket if you want to go up to the owner's suite. I really wanted to go, but I stayed with my squad.
Oh, I'm sure you did then.
I stayed with the girls.
That's what a leader does.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. Well, it was a blast. Mike, who else was also there that, not that I was surprised, but I was surprised because I didn't really think about him. I was thinking more about the players, who I might see, that I hadn't seen in 50 years or whatever. But Ron Wolf was there. Now, Ron Wolf was the general manager, and helped assemble that team together. And Ron had come from the Oakland Raiders. And, it was really good to see Ron. He was certainly one of the good guys. And he made that special trip. Of course, he's retired a little bit over Jupiter, obviously. But really, the players, like I said, seriously, there were guys we hadn't seen in 50 years. And also catching up, unfortunately, some of the players that are no longer with us that have passed. And that's always a sad thing. But the guys that were there, let me tell you, there is a strong affection. We went through hell and high water on that year in '76, and so there is a strong bond.
Well, there's a strong bond with these three ladies. We've got, of course, Cindy. She's been down here before. Kristen Bates has never been down here, and she was my original beauty to come on on my podcast. We had two microphones. We sat at a friggin' table out here.
Drank a lot.
You drank your what off. And you and Becky get on.
I heard about that. Yeah.
I was like, I'm not opening the bar before they get on again.
Smart move.
Smart
move, Mike.
But we had a great time, and she's been loyal ever since, and we're having a lot and having a lot of fun for sure. Well, Bears, so we'll let you go. What's your day like out there besides going back to bed for a couple of hours?
Well, no, I actually have to go. I'm here in Las Vegas. My wife is being honored. She's been getting an award this evening. I'm very proud of her, and I've got to go pick up my tuxedo because it's a black tie affair. And
Damn.
I don't really wear tuxedos, but the wife goes, "You're wearing a tuxedo." Okay, I'm being honored. You got to look good. I even went and got my hair cut, beard trimmed to look good for this thing. So I'm very proud of her, and the big award tonight. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, and then I think we're going to the Spear tomorrow to see was the Wizard of Oz or something like that.
Something like that.
Give my love to
yeah,
Marianne.
whatever it is. I don't know. Drink and party, gamble. We had last night. We had dinner with one of my football buddies from Florida State who's here playing in poker tournaments and all that. Yeah, hey, Vegas is Vegas. I didn't realize the Oakland A's are moving to Vegas. They're building. We went right by the new stadium they're building.
Oh yeah,
and
everybody's moving. Everybody's moving.
Wow,
everybody's moving to Vegas. Because of the power of gambling, my man. Well, I appreciate you taking time. We're gonna have fun with these three beauties for another 15 minutes, and
you take care. Bye bye.
Barry Smith, you got him at. I can't wait to see the pictures in a tuxedo
and a trim?
without his
Wow.
patented Panama hat. I guarantee he's gonna carry his hat and have it checked. Don't you think?
I believe you.
and a tuxedo holding a Pabst Blue Ribbon. But
Now that he's not on, what was he like as a player? Was he fun? Did he interact with the girls, or was he all serious?
No, he did not interact. I mean, in '76, no, we were not allowed to fraternize.
No fraternizing?
No, we did.
Tell the truth.
No, seriously. After '76, like after some of the guys left, there was some fraternizing going on. But
That's for the book you're gonna write, right?
yeah, I'll keep that under my hat.
Yeah, exactly. So now you're taking over the presidency, right, of the alumni?
Yes, currently. Well, I have been for the last year. I have one more year. It's a 2-year term.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, and then you just got an award.
We both did. We
Well,
both.
let's hear about it. That's why you're here.
Go ahead, Cindy. You can tell them.
Yeah. So the NFL Alumni Tampa chapter had their holiday party on Saturday night. And actually it was in honor of the cheerleaders dancing at the game on Sunday.
I
for
saw
the 50th
you.
season.
You look like a drowned rat. No offense.
We all did.
posted that. It
We
was
all
like,
did.
At that point, nobody.
Ray was at the game.
Well, I want to ask you because you ladies, first of all, fantastic job. And I'm like, it's raining, and who doesn't remember cheering or going to a Bucks game in the big sombrero or
We
in
all
Raymond
cheered.
James, right?
We all cheered in the rain.
Everybody
Torrential.
chilled. Yes.
Torrential. So it felt like it was 50 years wrapped up. And then when you ladies, I saw you all coming out before the tunnel. And I knew you were going to come out that tunnel. It was always your tunnel on the northeast side. And then you come out and do the cheer and just knocked it out of the ballpark. But I got to thank you. Kind of made a bad day great because my daughter was with me. We enjoyed seeing you. We got down low. And even though the loss came out of it, 50 years of memories have been fantastic. But what were you thinking before you went out right then and there? How bad was the rain going to be? Is everything going to go okay? Because it did. It went off without a hitch.
No, I mean, I think it added another special element to the halftime show
did.
because we were all, so excited about just being able to do this and to be back out on the field again. And then when it started raining, it was just like, it was the best ever. And like, we went out our tunnel, we came from 2 different tunnels, and our tunnel, we went out with 30 seconds left on the clock. But of course that's more like 4 minutes, right? Because everybody's taking a timeout before halftime.
Right.
And we're just standing in the rain, and the crowd was cheering for us, and it's pouring down rain. And I was just like, this is magical.
Awesome.
It's just magical.
It was as magical for all. We were sitting right there north, just under the pirate ship, right there in north end zone, and everybody to a person who left even for the football, came back in for the halftime performance, and it knocked it out of the ballpark for us. But I wanted to ask you though, when you were going back out into the cheer, I did.
Do you mean the dance?
The dance, the
Yes,
halftime.
the
Yes,
halftime
no,
dance.
the halftime. Yeah.
This is the rhythm
Yes.
of our life.
Yes.
Yes.
Tied it all back in.
Yes.
And what has it meant for you coming over and celebrating these memories? And even as the fans were having a hard time with some of the losses now in a row, and we're wondering what's going on with it in the future, to have been here to celebrate the 50 years of memories, do you still see the fans getting so much excitement out of it and joy?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was it was wonderful. It was just a great day. It's a shame that it was bad weather, but it didn't matter. Like we all had the same jerseys on. So even after the performance, walking through the stadium, like people were like so pumped up and so excited, and the energy was great. And I think it was just a wonderful experience all the way around.
I didn't ask you this last time. I noticed that the male cheerleader, the dancer, he's fantastic. He's a phenomenal cheer.
He's amazing.
Was he one of yours back in the day?
No. But were they out in the field for the halftime
no way
performance?
back in the day.
No, the current cheerleaders performed first.
Yes.
And then they stayed on the field and strategically placed themselves amongst the 200 of us.
Mike,
the alumni. We had 200 cheerleaders, alumni on the field, all dancing,
all choreographed,
in unison. And it was not a dumbed down dance. It was a fabulous dance.
Oh, yeah. And everything you were doing, I'm like, they all can do that because those are swashbucklers. But I'm wondering, how long did it take the rehearsals for that as a group and then on your own to get ready for that halftime show?
And we need Kristen. She's never participated.
I'm sorry.
Sure. This is Kristen. We rehearsed only 2 official rehearsals with the Buccaneers organization, but it was super fun because we got to be in the Bucs training facility in the big Advent Health Training Center, and it looks just like the regular Bucs.
A little
field
bit
with the
different than when you
Yeah.
cheered.
Oh, absolutely. When I cheered, I was a 90s girl. One Buccaneer place was way over by the airport. So yeah, a lot
We
different.
talked about that, getting all those diesel fumes and
Oh, that's right.
There was a field for the offense and the defense. Were you girls practicing on the runway? Is that where the cheerleaders practiced?
Pretty much. Yeah. No, we were in a dance studio back when I was doing it, but we always get the fraternization question. They always ask us, "Hey, did you
Well,
guys?"
everybody likes,
Yeah, they
drama,
like a good
juicy-
story.
Juicy tips.
Yeah. So the funny thing
That's
is,
why I get her drunk. So.
then you can hear more stories,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I say, no, we always practice in a dance studio and they practice on their practice field. We don't even see each other. We don't even know each other for the most part. So,
Well, here's what's going to happen. We're going to roll into the second hour when we go to our video streaming and streaming across the entire world. We've got a hard break right now. I want to put you guys in for the first 5-7 minutes of the second hour. Then we'll bring the Northside Christian Mustang basketball guys are in the house. Looks like they brought a posse with them, which we love down here at Fergs Sports Bar and Grill. And one last question: did you lose your contact?
Oh no, I did not. Yeah.
Then she couldn't even see. She was blind out there
When we
at 50-yard line at
I was on
Ray
the,
J.
I was on the 45-yard line and we started dancing, and then I was like, oh my God, because the water from the pom-pom hit my eye.
You
and
can go into detail when we get back. We're going to be back for hour number 2 of the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection live from Fergs Sports Bar and Grill. And we've got the great conversation with 3 beautiful ladies from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Wonderful. We'll be back second hour, Northside Christian Mustangs. And then we're going to have Ray and Ben talking anything they want
I'm from
about
the 60s.
about the Buccaneers. I'm from the 50s, dude. All right. We'll be back. Hour number 2 on the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection right here on the Big 8, AM 820.
On the T Florida, Florida's fastest growing from 6 to 8, providing
Test, test, test.
Testing. There we go.
Palm sound.
Yes. Oh, it was awesome. And the thing was, I got the tickets.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
My guy called me that week. His son couldn't go. He's got Bradford runs Bucks Life. He's like, I got 2. And Tristan already had his
Answer
ticket.
and tell him
so
we're
I
gonna
went to my daughter.
have to talk to him next week.
Monday, and I said, "You want to go to the game?" And I expected her to say, "No, I'm
Tell
good."
him-
That's what
tell
they
him
say now,
that
right?
cheerleader ran over.
And she went, "Really?" And I told her, "We got to see you girls," and that was the loss.
She enjoyed it.
If the win would have mattered less. The loss mattered less.
Or
too. It was awesome.
I could have him on later.
He said he could maybe have you on.
Okay.
I never got
12:40.
12:40. Yeah.
Make sure we're unmuted.
All right. Yep.
I didn't get you all anything.
Yeah, you guys don't.
No,
You don't need headphones
We're gonna
now.
start drinking after.
You don't need headphones now.
Okay.
It's just us.
Just us.
I put headphones on. Moles.
Just us.
Yeah, those pictures you posted. I felt so sorry for you.
You don't feel sorry. It
No,
was
you
so
were
much,
just drowned. I'm like,
but there was nothing. But we were all drowned. It's just that my hair is so straight.
we go down together, all of us.
Well, I figured, you know what, we can just dance full out because it
Your hair
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Nobody cares what you look like now, so we're just gonna dance our hearts out.
I don't think they had the binoculars and were focusing on what the girls look like. Especially 200 strong.
Are we unmuted?
Oh, it was amazing.
I took so many pictures. I haven't even gone through them all to post which ones I want, And the same with the video, because people got videos
1
from
minute.
different angles. And one video I'm in a lot, and another one I'm not in at all, except for like a little fleeting second. So I still got to go through them.
I didn't get any.
And try to capture.
Cool.
Now I'm getting people. Wait, get you guys here. I can, oh wait. Oh no. Let me turn this off.
You got
Hello?
them.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you, buddy.
Okay.
I forgot.
That's all right.
Oh, got to hang up. It's 12 o'clock. I'm done.
All right. Yeah. I want to get one with our headphones on.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection, live from Fergs Sports Bar and Grill. Of course, America's #1 sports bar is rated by USA Today. Brought to you by our good friends at Body Armor Coca-Cola, Ice Pick Vodka, Sea Dogs Brewery, where they have a brand new menu. I was down there yesterday. Wonderful lunch, and we'll be moving the golf show down there on Thursdays permanently, right on the water, as we have in the past. And looking forward to that. All these shows in 2026, we're converting into video streaming And with the help of Ray and this Cracker Jack intern team I have, Ben Botham's in the house. Brad Richardson sitting with the Northside Christian, my neighbors, the Northside Christian boys basketball team's in the house. They're a stone's throw away from me.
I want to go ahead and admit that we were off the air between platforms, and I did admit to the ladies that there was a time in my life that I did creep around their locker room at the Big Sombrero and at Raymond James. I got it off.
We got high school kids here.
It was in good taste. I got it off my chest, and I want to appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, that sounded right in good taste, didn't it?
Yeah.
And plus, I was creeping around.
One time.
Anyway, in the house, we have Lynn Munoz, Sandy Eichholz, and Kristen Bates, three beauties from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers cheerleading squad that, had 200 strong at Raymond James Stadium. You were in the stadium watching them.
It was best.
And, the choreography and the time and energy. And you know what? Barry Smith, who we just spoke to, was talking about, at your age, how young it keeps you. But this does keep you young, doesn't it?
Yes,
absolutely. My old carcass does this just to be around young people, to feel halfway relevant. I hang my walker up before I come in here.
He's 37 years old. He just doesn't get any exercise. Let me ask you about this, though, because there are organizations in the league, they wouldn't have been all in like this, right? they're going to do the thing and they have the this and the that. Not just with the swashbucklers, with getting hold of everybody, and then also coming out with the raise the flags on the Amazon this week. But really, you talked about it, Malcolm or Brian and Joel and Darcy Glazer Kasowitz, and what the Glazer family did this year for this, and they really went in all in this on. And what else did you girls see that they did that really helped to make this 50-year celebration so much more better or so much more special?
I would like to mention one other person, and that is Anna Parrish. She is the director and choreographer for the current cheerleaders. And she was a cheerleader herself, Tampa Bay Buccaneers cheerleader herself. She has been absolutely instrumental in pulling us all together, the entire Tampa Bay Buccaneer cheerleaders alumni throughout the city. And we even had a girl fly in from Japan who used to be a cheerleader in order to perform at the halftime. So the Glazers and Anna Parrish especially, and her assistant Kaylee, have been instrumental with helping us get to where we are right now.
And you said something there. I didn't expect this, and it caught me by surprise. I knew I was going to recognize you all. We sat here and spoke, right? But I'm going through there, and they did such a great job to show the camera faces of all you all. And even you, as I'm sitting here, I'm like, I know you, and I'm recognizing faces. I'm like, and one of the cheerleaders, I didn't remember her name. She had the real short, the blonde bob. She was obviously from like the 90s, around a certain time. And I'm looking at you because, again, not just because I was a young guy, but there was a lot of seasons where the football wasn't necessarily the number one thing. You're there, and we had something to recreate, enjoy us, to watch you ladies perform. And that performance, again, lock stop, only two practices. They must have been like 8-hour sessions.
No, it was literally 2 hour or an hour and a half, I think, actually, wasn't it? 6:30 to 8.
Yeah.
So for 2 weeks in November, that's all we did. And then, we would practice individually, like with groups or whatever. But just 2 formal practices.
With videos. We had videos.
Yeah.
Well, no. And what I thought is you're walking out and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, such a large group. You're obviously going to dance. We're going to do. And then I'm like, well, they're professional cheerleaders. And then I'm like, oh my God, right. Because you were doing steps, everything. And you locked them in across. It wasn't just one generational type of thing. You brought it from all type of generations, and also be what Mrs. Parrish was doing and what she was instrumental in.
Right. It was really fun. The second part of the routine, she actually incorporated things that each decade did. So in the 90s, in the 80s, and early 70s and 80s, we did like kind of this like lunch thing. And then there was a step clap. And then there was, the Buccaneer, the BUC cheer. So she incorporated all the different decades in that second part of the routine, which was just super fun and iconic. Like if you've been a Buccaneers fan for any length of time, you're like, wait, they used to do that back then.
And loved it then, and still loved it now. So
well, ladies, we're gonna have to move on here in a few moments to these high school kids that came down and are chomping at the bit. Their attention span. We were all young at one time. But a quick memory of your era each one of you, that stands out the most? We'll start with you.
Okay, so when I made the team in 92, I had just moved here from Tennessee. I grew up in Nashville. I didn't know anybody. It took me almost a whole year to make friends, But my favorite memory is when one of the girls invited me to go out with them. They were going to go to, do you guys remember Pleasure Island in Disney World? It's now Disney Springs.
I thought it was a strip joint.
It wasn't that much fun.
It's the medium.
Sorry.
It's the medium between Mons and 2001.
We didn't have that much fun. Sorry. No, it was like a nightclub place in Orlando that was owned by Disney. And we went there. We were going to perform, I think, with the Bucks
It turned
cheerleaders.
into a strip joint.
And one of the girls had a condo over there, her corporate condo. So I got invited to go with like 10 of them to stay at the corporate condo. And I was like, wow, I finally made it. I have some friends. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And some of the girls that I made friends with that year have been my lifelong friends.
Bravo. That's what
So
it's
worth
about.
it.
It's the same thing we're just talking about, camaraderie with the players. All right, young lady.
I think for me, it was back in, well, obviously I cheered in the 80s, but we had an opportunity to go on a cruise. It was a Bucks cruise, similar to what they do now, but they took some cheerleaders and they took some of the players, Scott Brantley, Kevin House,
And she
Leroy
was very
Selman.
jealous.
I know this was after Lynn. So, but I was able to participate in that, and it was super fun just being on the boat with all the Bucks fans and just doing all the activities. So that was a lot of fun.
All right. And last but not least,
Oh, well. Okay, so I'm going to say one that I don't think I have mentioned before, but Playboy came into town and they were
Go on.
doing
it's getting better now.
and they were doing a book called an article called Girls of the NFL.
You told me this.
And they picked 3 of us to have a photo shoot with Arnie Freitag, who was one of the top photographers for Playboy. So I was one of the ones picked.
Wow.
And I'll stop right there. I did not go any further.
Don't stop.
All right.
The kids can
Well,
wait. The kids can
With
wait.
that, we're gonna go into the high school portion of the show. Thanks, ladies, for coming down. Stick around if you can, and have a beverage or two, and then the old man will get off here. We'll have some fun. But thank you very much. It's always special having this character with you. You went to Pleasure Island. She was in Playboy. We're only one good Christian girl out of the 3 of you.
Nice. She's so nice.
All right. With that, let's go to a high school segment and bring the Northside Mustang boys basketball team into the conversation. Thank you, ladies. And the former. And great to have you guys are my neighbors. I live a stone's throw. I live right. I can hear the practices, the football teams, the soccer, baseball, softball, the band practice. The band practices more than you guys do.
Hey, now be careful with that, Mike. Come on.
Band practices more than any team at Northside Christian.
They will humbly object to that. So,
without a shadow of a doubt. And of course, we're going to be seeing these guys again. We're going to see these guys again at the Sun Bash, and that Sun Bash tournament is January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. We'll be doing all the games. Play-by-play will be Brad Richardson, and of course Ray Kennedy, McCallum, and hopefully Joe Geiger. But we'll be doing play-by-play. We'll be the only guys doing play-by-play the entire 3 days. Now, without further delay, let's go to Brad Richardson and the Northside Christian Mustang boys basketball. Appreciate you guys coming down. I know on a Saturday, I think you have other better things to do, but thanks for coming down and seeing us.
all righty, Mike, I think we're going to reciprocate that, right? Joining us today here on the prep section here of the Tampa St. Pete Sports Correction is none other than the Northside Christian boys varsity basketball team.
Here we go. Thanks for coming down, guys.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Coach, they have more enthusiasm, right? Let me hear it, guys. Good afternoon.
And these guys are actually smiling.
Yeah, they are smiling.
Some guys come down, they're all pissed. Oh, we have to go down there.
Right. Cool. So we're going to start right here. Guys, introduce yourselves, what year you are, and what position you play on the court.
My name is Jordan Bender. I'm a forward and center and a senior at Northside. So, yeah.
What about you, man?
I'm Hudson McCain. I'm a junior, and I'm a guard at Northside.
Name is CJ Hearn.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My name is CJ Hearn. I'm a guard at Northside, combo guard. Yeah, I do everything. You know, I get
Oh,
active.
utility,
I like that.
utility.
It looks like you got whacked in the chin there, my man.
Oh,
Is there a story behind
I
that?
was gonna ask that. Is there a story to that?
We was just at practice competing, bro. It's like, then you got hit in the chin.
I like that. I like
Hey,
that.
that's
like them
toughness,
getting
though.
after
That's
each other a
toughness.
little bit.
My name is Isaac Jacobs. I'm a
Listen,
senior at Northside, and I'm a combo guard as well.
Listen to those pipes, man. You could be on the radio with us.
Go for it, man.
Great pipes.
My name is Ian Allen. I'm a point guard / shooting guard for Northside. I'm a senior.
And of course, was Ian Allen. So, yeah, guys, make sure you speak up. I mean, your family, friends, and all, they want to hear
Just like
you.
you're talking to each other on the street.
Yeah, come on, man. And of course, last but not least, the man on the end, the man leading the show. Coach, introduce yourself.
Coach Mo, first year at Northside.
Awesome. Well, hey, guys, once again, thank you for coming down today. Just a quick thing. This will be, of course, streamed on radiosapete.com. Also, too, it's streamed on YouTube. So look right here. This is being streamed. So, guys, take a moment. Wave to the camera for all that are watching. Awesome. All right. So good morning. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and start with the man on the end. Of course, this is his first season here as a head coach. Coach, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit of your background in basketball. I mean, it's definitely a story. So go for it.
It's a story.
Yeah, this is my first year at Northside. The last 2 years I've been coaching college, University of Georgia Southern and University of South Florida. I'm a St. Pete native. I'm from here. Played for a long time. And
where'd you go to high school, Coach?
Gibbs, I'm in Fergs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got to ask this real quick. Are you in your own way? Are you kind of happy to see what happened with Gibbs and all that? They were able to bring a state championship.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. That coach is one of my close friends. I talk to him all the time, and
great guy.
All those guys play on that team is play on my AAU team. So since they was like 10 years old.
Yeah. So you guys see those guys, some of them, right? So some of you guys have played with them. Awesome. All right. So hey, once again, good morning. Good afternoon. So now, guys, let me tell you this. I've been watching you guys this season and all that. You guys have had a lot of away games. I had to confirm that with Coach this morning as well. This is definitely a new era of Northside Christian basketball and all. Just with you guys being here with Coach Mo, tell me how he's helped you guys get better during the season and how you guys have had a great program so far. Go ahead, DJ. We'll start in the interview.
Coach Mo's been
make sure you talk, man.
Coach Mo's been a big impact on all of our lives. He plays a role outside of basketball for a lot of us. He's big on God, so like he helps us walk like who we are as men and things like that.
Bravo.
Coach Mo, he drops gems every day in practice, so he just keeps us prepared. He has a competitive and winning mindset, so he knows what winning looks like, and he shows us, and he makes sure he just stays on us, and make sure we do what we got to do to win. And outside of just basketball, he just teaches us how to be just great young men.
I love that. Leader young men, Coach.
Absolutely. High expectations. Definitely high expectations and all that. Go for it, bud.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of high expectations, practice is like super hard every day. Like he does not make it easy at all.
You guys run a lot?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, everything.
I mean, everything.
What is he? You Coach Carter?
Worse.
Yeah. Whoa. Hang, who said that? Oh, hey,
Yeah,
come
he's
on.
really preparing us to be like, he's preparing us for the next level. He's just teaching us unselfishness, and it's really, helping us, like he's really preparing us. I feel like
Preparing you for life and, of course, preparing you for college. No, go for it.
I want to hear how this young man delivers himself. I'm looking at the family right now, and we go back way back to when I started. He was my second guest with one microphone in 2000. Welcome back, Chris.
Yeah, Coach Mo, he just brings a different level of basketball, who he's played for and who he's played with. It's just, it's rare to find someone that's giving back that to our youth and just what he's doing for us on the court and off the court.
I have a personal question. Does the old man have any game left?
Oh. Wow.
No, I'm talking about his old man.
Yeah.
I know you got game still.
I'm gonna just say one thing. This is the first coach who I've been around that I went hard for the most, like out of any coach. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, besides basketball, he just teaches me, like, he makes me learn about God. I wasn't that close to God until I got here. So I really appreciate him for that. So yeah.
Of course, I've been looking through the social media and all that. That's how I get to know a little bit of you guys and everything. So I will say this, just the different culture and change there and all. I tell you, I was on the NCS Instagram page and I saw one of the best intros before you guys ran out on the court. I mean, it looked like an NBA intro, Coach. That is amazing and all that. Was that your idea? Was that the administration's idea to really hype things up?
No, it was all us.
It was all you guys?
It was all us.
Awesome.
I don't know about the administrative side, but like they give us freedom to kind of give these guys a good experience.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like a coaching kind of idea.
Work hard, play hard, and then have some fun, right?
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, guys, you guys probably saw that posted on there. What was that like? I mean, running out there. I mean, you already got enough hype, but then you got the second hype from all of your fans. Tell me about the Northside family and just how they are so supportive and how they've helped you through stuff.
Everybody sticks together when everybody sticks together. Like, it's not just one person, we all collective. So we pray together, we do everything together. So yeah.
Are they packing the gym these days?
Yeah.
Good.
I wonder what that noise was on my condo, and now I know it's you guys. I like that. I'll have to walk over. Chris will have to pick me up. I can't walk that far.
Yeah, it's cool to see people interested in us and wanting to support us. And even though we've just had one home game, I mean, the love people have showed, it's been definitely different and really fun to see.
Yeah, the fan base is like very good. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, but it went past my expectations. It was very fun being part of it, and it's like I love surrounding myself around like people like that because it just
positive people.
Yeah, it just you could connect and just uplift yourself a lot.
Well, and the beauty of it, you want to go to practice.
Exactly.
You want to deliver because the fans are so passionate.
Right.
You guys are walking the hallways, which is cool, and kids are looking up to you and asking about the games and that's what's supposed to be. That's supposed to be the high school experience, and you're living it now.
What about you, man?
The Northside family, we just stay connected, and I wasn't expecting the crowd we get either. So in the locker rooms, we were kind of creating our own energy and throwing each other around. But when we went outside to the gyms and stuff like that, man, it's just packed. Everybody showing love during the game, and it's just an amazing experience.
When he's throwing people around, you might want to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, man, it's a good experience, man. It's like probably one of the best experiences I've had throughout my high school career. The fans is great. Going to school the next day after a big game, like the IMG game, was crazy. You just have kids coming up to you saying like, how was the game, this and that. They probably weren't there, but they've heard about it from a friend. But it's a big thing when you got people that don't typically watch basketball showing love for you.
That's the beauty of it. That's school pride. And coaches instill that. I know Chris and his family have been doing that for decades. You know that. You've grown up in that environment. We see it just when we go to Sunbass, right?
Oh, absolutely,
and it's cool that you're sharing it now with other people.
And Coach, I got to tell you, what you saw in terms of the family and all down at Northside, that was definitely, it exceeded your expectations, correct?
Yeah, just like I kind of been around the school too because of Chris and his family. But being able to have those kids come out there, those families come out there and see a brand of basketball we put on the court, you got to give credit to these guys, the expectations these guys have on themselves and people have us around the city. So it was a great experience, and a lot of them wait till us get back and play at home.
I gotta say this, you guys, being at that school with all the athletic programs, you guys are role models to all the younger kids and all that in there. So, them watching you play might inspire them and all that. And, how does it make you feel when you are the inspiration to those kids and them go into the game watching you? I mean, they're young. They're going to be the next step up, the next generation of Mustangs basketball players. What does that mean to you guys?
It feels great to be able to inspire younger people. Like, for example, this guy, he inspires us every day. Like, he's very successful, and he shows us the route to how to get there. So we keep on that track and do what we're told to do. I feel like we'll all be successful in the future.
Absolutely.
I got a question, and I know they did it when I went and saw Chris a couple times. Do they still let the little guys in between timeouts go out there and shoot around like they did back in the day? Or
we only have one home game, so
just one for right now.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Well, the next home game will be the Sun Bash, and of course, we're going to talk about that. But go ahead, bud.
Nah, it's definitely great knowing that we look up to people. So anytime we can just give advice and just know that the youth or just the people younger than us are willing to just hear from us. So it's very easy to take things from people, but it's very hard to give. And I feel like Coach Mo has very well installed that into us. Don't always just take from people. You got to give back and stuff like that. And that's what he's doing. So we just take that from him and pass it down.
Absolutely. Speaking of passing down, pass the mic down. What about you, bud?
It's one of the best feelings in the world when you got a kid walking up to you, just like praising you almost. It's like they want to be like you when they grow up,
Yeah.
And it's like
that makes future Mustangs.
Yeah.
I mean, you're building a tradition that they're going to want to come and participate in your program and go to that school.
We got 65 kids in the program already.
Wow. What?
From middle school to JV to varsity, yeah.
Bravo, my man. Yeah. On that building. That's amazing. That's a lot of hoopsters.
Hey, yeah, Northside Christian's growing, so it's always growing.
That's a lot of hoopsters.
What about you, man? Come on, how have you? Tell me what it's like to inspire those kids.
Yeah, like you said, it's a great feeling having kids want to be in your shoes and just wanting to have those same experiences. And obviously, Mo's given us great experiences for people to want to be in our shoes. So it's just a great feling.
Absolutely.
I gotta ask you a question since you've been there, in that building the longest, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the old school, your generation, the kids that went from day one. Are they embracing the change and are they digging it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's great what he's done. And even just, he's been here for not even a full year yet. People are loving it, being able to watch us succeed and be a great team this year.
And then alma mater, graduates like your older brother, guys like that. I'm sure they're going to want to come down and Christmas break and watch Sun Bash. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's definitely been great.
Yeah.
It's a fun experience and a great experience for the kids because every day after we play, they always ask me questions about the game and how they can become a better player and how they can be more coachable.
Of course, I was texting Coach Mo this morning and all, and you guys had two tournaments and all that. You faced two tough teams, and Coach, maybe you can elaborate on this. When going to face those two tough teams, what was something that you learned from facing them, and some things that you saw that needed to be improved on the season to continue having the success and all?
Biggest thing with high school is when you playing teams that's been established, like Evans and like a Harold's Christians, you can't because we lost those games kind of coming off a good win. You can't never relax because when you give a person an opportunity, when you relax, you give people opportunity to get into your space. So for us right now, in these last 10 days, we got 10 days off before our next game I'm trying to instill in their brains we got to compete every possession, every second on the court to be able to beat those Evans, those Harris Christians, because we got two really big games coming up that I feel like we're going to be prepared. So it's really just being consistent with everything you do in basketball and in life.
Well, and you're playing a very difficult schedule,
yeah,
and that's for obviously that's there's an intention there. You like to have cupcakes, from time to time, but the reality is it's not going to get you anywhere towards the end of the season.
Yeah, that's why right now we top 50 in the country. I mean, in the state, the highest ranking Northside ever been because our
bravo,
fellas.
Bravo. That's got to inspire you.
Yeah, our scripted schedule is really tough, and it's not going to get easier. So we're going to be ready for it.
And you know what I like, Brad, and we've been covering sports forever, and everybody can agree to this. When people look at your schedule, your record, and they see some losses, they're like, man, they don't know anything about it. They're like, what's he doing? What's that Mo doing over there? You're building a team that's going to make a run at state championship time, and that's the ultimate goal. You have a few losses here and there that you learn something, and bravo for making that decision.
Appreciate it.
All right, Coach, I'm going to ask, of course, these guys, but you have obviously expectations you just talked about. And, of course, within those expectations comes leaders on this team and all. So we have a lot of seniors this year. Guys, let me ask you this. for any of the seniors, and actually anybody can answer this, by the way, what are some of the leadership qualities that coach wants you to do whenever you're on game day, on the court, when you guys are down? What are some of the things that he wants you to do to get back into the game?
He wants us to always stick together, be coachable, and have a positive attitude on the court. Like, even if we're down by 20 or they on a 15-0 run, he wants us to stick together, be coachable, and find a way to get back in the game.
Yeah, like you said, even when we're down, making sure everyone has their heads up. No one's like pouting, head down. If they make a bad play, it's on to the next one. So everyone's just keeping each other positive.
I guarantee he doesn't let that happen.
Oh, yeah.
No,
definitely not. Yeah.
You're going to be sitting next to him. You're going to be sitting next to him real quick.
Yeah. But even if you're on the bench, still keeping a positive attitude and making sure the bench has energy.
He just wants like your best effort every time. So he just wants you to go out there and just at least give it your all. And if you make a mistake, at least you was giving it your all when you made that mistake.
The more you guys talk, the more I dig this guy. I mean, I love it. I've talked to hundreds, thousands of coaches over them. The successful ones, that's what they do. They still keep you moving forward.
It's at the end of the day, it's going to be the same answer as them. He just wants us to play hard. Even when we make mistakes, that's going to happen. But he just wants everybody to keep playing hard, keep your heads up, and we just going to stick together with each other.
Being a leader on a team, you just got to be able to, like, tell guys when they're wrong and, like, encourage them when they're right. So, like, in doing that, you just got to, like, be, like, vocal. You got to be very vocal. You got to, like, especially being, like, a point guard on the team, you got to tell guys what to do and put them in the right positions. And you got to be able
to be a leader, right?
Yeah, leader. Keep everybody's egos in check too, right?
That's his job. Hey, everybody's dressed cool. But that T-shirt says it all, my man. I love that, especially during this holiday season. And Coach, you having the platform for these youngsters, realizing that importance in their life, says a tremendous amount.
And Coach, you've had a successful career, obviously in the NBA and all that. Just with we talked real quick about these guys going to the next level. Obviously, you have gone to the pinnacle. I mean, you have made it in the NBA. What have you taught these guys about going to the next level, not just with college, but even if they wanted to get one day have that dream of playing in the NBA?
One thing about my guys, man, I'm never gonna talk to them about NBA.
No,
because it's tough. It's real tough. But I can really talk to them about college, the next level, because you want to look up step by step. You don't want to jump steps because that's what negative things happen.
Yeah.
So these guys, man, all of them got an opportunity to go play college. It's gonna come fast, but the biggest thing I want my guys to understand is, like, every day counts. When it comes to college, every day counts. You can't deserve no. I mean, you can't have no. I don't feel good today. No, that's not gonna happen at the college level. They'll send you home, especially now with the transfer portal.
I was just gonna say, transfer portal has put a lot more pressure on you at the high school level.
Yeah, transfer portal is tough for these guys. But one thing about sports, people love winning programs. So college is gonna come just because of the winning program and see, like, oh, this guy is good. So we're gonna have a cheat code with these guys, be able to get seen compared to like another high school because they winning right now at a high level.
Yeah.
So that's what college wants to be a part of.
Well, and when people are talking about you, Mo, a former NBA, that's just a bunch of noise. They don't know the real you, and what you've accomplished and the kids that you're molding for the future. That's the key.
With everything, obviously with this show, Positive Perspective, we want to get to know you guys and all. So I'm going to ask this with game day. All right. Which person on this team right here hypes everyone up before a game? There's got to be someone in here.
Pipes. Is it you?
Is it him?
I'm going to say it's probably CJ.
Really?
CJ.
What does CJ do to hype everyone up before you guys take the court?
The littlest guy gets everybody hyped up.
Come on.
Obviously,
I love it.
Before the game, we're always locked in, but CJ always makes sure that we always have fun with the game also. So he's going to crack some jokes, but he's going to get the tunes playing.
Just like his old man.
I was just going to ask that. What are the artists on when you guys play in the locker room? Yeah. Oh, wait. What's going on here?
Coach was. Well, we have
remember, this is archived. People can listen.
Our assistant coach, he be getting us hyped too in the locker room. He got us in a lot of things before we get on the court. So it's low-key our assistant coach. Yeah, Coach Rich.
Coach Rich. Oh, okay, cool. So, you know, wait, what? You don't want to say anything else? Who? So is it safe to say, man, that you're kind of the jokester on the team and all that? Yeah. Well, for on the air and all that, it's got to be a clean joke. But say a joke. What's one of the jokes you usually say? No. Oh, no.
I can't do that.
No.
We'll move on from this topic.
All right. Hey, I thought I'd have fun with it, Mike. Hey, I thought I'd have fun. So
They didn't come down here to disclose everything.
hey, we got a chance to get to know them. So.
Positive perspective. Yeah. We'll leave it at that, right, fellas?
We'll leave it at that. So
we want them back. You want to run them off.
Exactly. All right. So guys,
interrogation down here.
All right. So January 1st through the 3rd, Sun Bash, North Side Christian. Any of you guys ever been in
school? How cool that be?
Calvary.
Yeah, I played in Sun Bash last year at Calvary.
Okay.
It was a great experience.
Cool.
Last year, right?
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, Calvary was in that last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't argue with the coach.
So
if he says that it was 2023, say yes, coach.
So out of the teams that you're going to be playing at the Sun Bash, is there one you're looking forward to playing?
I feel like whoever we play is
Calvary.
Is
Calvary?
the same. We play Calvary.
No, we don't play Calvary.
Don't you?
Tampa, Catholic, Bogey, and Oak Ridge.
Okay.
Yeah, probably Oak Ridge. I mean, all three of them are good teams. So if we compete and stay true to our culture, I feel like the outcome will be the same.
Good answer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's going to be a different environment. I mean, you guys are going to be here now. You're going to get the hype and everything. I'm hoping to see, by the way, that hype up video when you guys do go out on the court, when Northside does take the final game of the night. That's going to be cool to see. And also, of course, we're going to be down there.
Gym will be absolutely packed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's New Year's Day. New Year's Day, all the way to the 3rd, everything starts. So it's going to be jumping. That house is definitely going to be.
Chris has promised fireworks as soon as the game is over. Outside it's going to be quite the display. I'll send Fergs up there with the food truck, and everybody will be celebrating. Now I put pressure on him and Mark, so we're good to go. But it'll be a fun, festive environment. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that'll be the second home game, so I get a chance to see you guys and all that. So, all right. So, Mike, do you want to take it away with? All
right, I'm a little nervous to ask this question, but anyway, let's start to the left here. Shout out to anybody at home, that's helped you get where you are right now, because we know you didn't do this on your own. Family members and their names, and then I'll have a question you may or may not answer. But go ahead.
My dad. My dad was a big part of my success.
His name?
Maurice Allen. Yeah, he's a big part of my success.
Every young man needs a male role model, no doubt about it.
For sure.
Yep.
I can remember all the times we used to wake up at 4 a.m. and get in the gym.
4 a.m.?
4 a.m. A lot of times.
Was your dad in the military?
No.
By the way, you guys in the gym at 4 a.m. as well, or do you have morning practices or no?
Most, not 4
No?
a.m.
No. Okay.
That's not happening.
No, but he's for sure my biggest role model, for sure.
All right. Girlfriend?
Uh-oh.
That's a big time question, but
Well, that was a good answer. That means you do, or you have many. Anyway, I've been doing this a long time. All right, young man. Shout out.
Shout out to Pops, Frederick Jacobs, the man with the camera over there.
Loyal man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's taught me so many things that I can take through life.
Did he tell you later in life, an old man like me, on the side you can do Barry White renditions and make some money?
Nah, but he's been so amazing. Whether it's a 2-3 hour, 8-hour drive, I have to get somewhere for basketball.
Bravo.
And he just never complains about anything. He wants to just the best for me. So
because that's his love, his passion, emotional equity right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And obviously you're doing a superb job raising a great young man in a positive environment.
Sir.
Well, Pops is here, so maybe I shouldn't ask this question, but got a girlfriend?
No, sir.
Good
Smart
answer.
man.
Good
Smart
answer.
man.
Got to stay focused, right, Coach?
Yeah.
Got to stay focused.
Yeah. It's my mother and father, Jennifer Ratliff and Karama Hearn. It's just they have done so much for me, not really having the resources to do it, but they found a way. So it's like I took that for granted a lot. I say I was an ungrateful, hard-headed kid, but now I'm really starting to realize like they have done so much for me. So it's like I'm very grateful. So I just want to put them in a position to where I can spoil them and get them what they want in the future.
Well, and there's appreciation as you get older. You're even going to appreciate your home man. As you get older, there's an appreciation. See, he's trying to pass the mic. Girlfriend?
Oh, do I got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
No, I don't got a girlfriend.
Another smart man.
I think he just lied to me, but go ahead. All right, now you got mom and dad here, so they would know. But anyway,
obviously, mom and dad, Chris and Stacy, just putting me in a position where
wave
I
over
can
to them right now. Wave
great
to them. Wave to them.
Great parents, great supporters of Northside Christian for years.
Yeah, putting me in a position where I can just be successful and supporting me and giving me the opportunities and the confidence to be myself and just push myself to be the best person I can be.
All right, so girlfriend?
No. Ladies, though, they know where to find me.
I'm sure they do. Mom's muting your phone, and she's locking the door when they show up.
I'm gonna say my dad. His name is Brenda. All the sacrifice he's done for me. Like the one time we had to drive 18 hours for a basketball tournament, and everything he sacrificed. And also my grandpa. His name is Victor Bender. I seen him struggle since I was 5 years old, and every time he was taking me to the gyms when I needed to, and I just don't want to waste their time, so I continue to push for them every single day.
Well, bravo! Couple of male role models, which are critical, and then you have one every day at practice too, and then you got all these guys around you. Girlfriend?
No.
This is good. These are great answers right now.
Yeah.
Soon as state championship basketball is over with, have at it.
Absolutely, yeah. Actually, Mike, one thing we should ask these guys, and it could be a very complicated question: favorite basketball team? Oh, okay.
College or pro?
Let's do college. Let's start with college. Yeah.
College.
Yeah.
College.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
Okay.
The Vols?
For sure.
Why?
NBA.
Are you from there?
Oh, we'll do NBA. Yeah, we'll do NBA too.
NBA. OKC.
Okay.
Coach,
all right.
My favorite player is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, I understand that in your generation.
Okay. Tell everybody.
I'm from OKC, by the way, so you can't say I'm a bandwagon.
No,
all right. All right, go for it, bud.
All right, college. I'm gonna go Duke Blue Devils.
Okay.
What about Florida Gators? Maybe something in the state.
Maybe there's NC State in here.
I can't. Ever since I seen Cooper Flag, man, it's just like I've never seen an athlete like that, man. But if we go NBA, I'm gonna go Golden State Warriors.
Attaboy, that's my team.
I got Michigan State. Go green. Then
defense. Izzo.
Yep, Tom Izzo, and then NBA. I don't got an NBA. I don't got an NBA team. I don't watch NBA.
Coach likes to hear that. You got to focus on what you guys are doing.
College, I'm gonna say Michigan. Shout out Coach Dusty. NBA, I probably don't have one. Just like watching.
Okay, all right.
College, I'm gonna go Houston because they play so hard.
And they got a great coach.
Yeah, and the NBA, I'm gonna say
that's
OKC.
That's a very good pick, actually.
I'm gonna say OKC because they fun to watch.
Yeah, because you guys are bandwagon riders, and it's your generation.
Hey, Mike, come on.
Right, Coach. This has been superb. I guess we got to make it a little festive here for a minute. What are you asking Santa for Christmas?
To win these 2 games next weekend.
Perfect.
All right.
State championship.
Perfect.
Okay.
State championship and a girlfriend.
I don't think you have to go to Santa for that, pal.
Hey,
State championship.
Okay.
State championship.
Coach, how about you?
Nah, for me, just keep guiding us, keep leading us every day to get better.
Well, you're doing that. You're guiding them perfect. All right, Bradley. Anything else?
No, I think that'll cover it, Mike.
Well, guys, thank you very much for coming down. We're going to have you again after state championships, and we'll see you at the Sun Bash. We're going to do games all 3 days, and I look forward to covering and seeing, your family and Coach watching you on the sideline, and we're going to have a great time.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys, we'll be there on January 1st through the 3rd covering the games. And when games are done, we'll have some fun questions for you guys upstairs. Basically, it's lightning questions and all that. Favorite fast food, either McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, stuff like that. So but it's going to be a fun time. Me and a few others will be down there doing color commentary.
Give us some love. Come on up.
So, yeah.
You guys, we're your local guys, and you guys are the hosts. So let's have some fun, all right?
It's going to be a great time.
All
Once again, guys, thank you for
All
coming
right.
down. The
Thank you,
Northside
guys.
Christian Mustangs varsity basketball team.
Beautiful. All right. Well, we got to switch gears now, and we got to go to Wyatt Ross. And, of course, Wyatt is our resident Tampa Bay Lightning expert, and he's kind enough to join us. What's going on, young man?
Hey, I'm having a hard time hearing you a little bit, so I'll just dive right into this Lightning recap. They've had quite the rough week. Three games in 4 days, so a lot to deal with, especially with the news that Andre Vasilevsky has been placed on IR.
Hey, Mike,
he has an undisclosed injury. They don't know when he's going to come back. And so Johansson has been getting the start in the last 3 games, and they've actually gone 2-1 in this last week with big, high-scoring games against Montreal and New Jersey, putting up 14 goals across 2 games, and that's a great way to rebound from their Monday night loss against Toronto, a 2-0 game, hard-fought game. They just couldn't find the back of the net. And they actually got a game coming up today at 3:30. They're going to play the New York Islanders for the 3rd time in 2 weeks. They've lost their last 2 meetings versus them in the last eight or 9 days, so they really need to get a win against New York and avoid the 3-0 sweep so far to start this year. But and we look at the standings, 2-1 this week, and they're still sitting atop the Atlantic with a game in hand over 2nd and 3rd place, actually tied in terms of points with the Bruins. Only 1 point ahead of the Red Wings. It is still a very tight race in the Atlantic as everybody is fighting for early playoff positioning before we reach this 50% mark on the season. Coming up now, only about 10 more games before we get there. But looking at stats, Kucherov, just another year of dominance. He has not showed any signs of slowing down. 40 points in 28 games. He is towards the top of the league in points. And then you got guys like Brandon Hagel leading in goals with 18. Jake Gensel still over a point per game. But you look down a little bit lower on the stat sheet, and you see guys like Braden Point at 15 points in 24 games. And you have to think that he'll get out of this slump eventually. He's been having good games, just hasn't been able to get on the score sheet. And hopefully he can start picking that pace up pretty soon. But other than that, a lot of players stepping up. Darren Radish having an amazing year, 22 points in 25 games. And we actually just got some recent news. The Stadium Series jerseys have been announced, and I want to know what you guys thought about them if you had gotten your eyes on them.
Fire. Love it.
I think they're pretty cool. I like how they kind of kept the tradition with the script across, like the 2022 Stadium Series in Nashville, and then you gotta love when they throw in. They kind of look like a little Rays hockey jersey in a way.
TB. You got the TB
Really?
on
Was
there.
a Rays hockey
That's
jersey?
what it looks like.
I mean, it's they put in the Rays like sort of powder blue, and the Lightning are gonna kind of introduce
And
that
it's like
into
the-
their
the-
color
like the-
palette.
like that.
Yeah, like not the graphics, but the styling of the letter. It's a TB, and it throws it to like the TB with the pop-up store and that kind of the Rays type of a thing. So yeah, Tampa Bay.
What else?
Yeah, I agree. They are some good-looking jerseys.
So what else going on, my man?
Not too much. I mean, just Lightning. Another game coming up today. They got Monday night against the Panthers. That should be a good one. Thursday they're against LA, 7 o'clock. They got 4 home games in a row. So a nice homestead. See if you guys can get out and support the Bolts as they the Atlantic.
I'm sure that Joseph Geiger here. He's home from UCF for break, and he'll take advantage of that. They still have the student tickets where you can stand wherever you want.
Yeah, $20, 10 a.m.
Unless you're Wyatt Ross and he sits in the owner's suite.
Hey, sitting with you.
Where do they put you? In terms of royalty when you go to a game.
Sorry, Mike. I really can't hear you right now.
Well, that's probably a good thing for me and bad for the audience.
No, it's a good thing for
Yeah.
Good thing for him. You know?
All right, my man. We'll let you go, and I appreciate you taking time to join us. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties, but we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you so much, and as always, go Bolts.
Go Bolts.
That's Wyatt Ross, and in the house is Joe Geiger. Welcome back, brother. Let's give a round of applause.
He's back.
He made it one semester at UCF.
I know, barely
And then he
survived.
got thrown out.
He barely survived, kind of like Scott Frost's football team.
Okay, so unnecessary shade for no reason at all. Listen,
I haven't changed any.
5 and 7, you know, they went away from a bowl game. Still actually got a bowl invite, but ended up.
You call that an invite?
Declining I mean, they invited us to play in it. So
yeah.
Unfortunately, it's going to take some time in this era of college football to rebuild a program. And
you think?
I wanted to ask you that though, because I'm not. We were talking about this with Coach McCarney. The bowls and opting out for injuries or just for schedules, and even if a coach comes and says, you know what, seriously, my students, these guys, they need to lock in because they've got some great issues going on. You'd love to hear that story. And I didn't put UCF down for opting out of playing that bowl, but did you think like maybe they should have went for it to continue building that program, or that Frost made enough of a start first year that he's ready to just go ramping up year 2?
Well, obviously, from a fan perspective, you want to watch your team play again, especially in a bowl game. It'll be fun to maybe see your team in another city, play against a team they're not normally playing against. But from a school perspective, I mean, the semester had already ended, and for those 5 and 7 teams, they don't expect to get a bowl bid. Especially UCF, they were like 6th or 8th on the list to get the 5 and 7 bowl bid, and because the teams above them decline, it's very hard to reach out and make sure that, hey, your players that have already left for the semester went home to different states.
Right.
It's most likely hard to get them back because they've probably stopped practicing since their season ended at 5 and 7.
And they
so I don't
well ahead.
I don't blame the teams that went 5 and 7 who didn't opt into bowl games. Florida State was another one. UCF, Mississippi.
2 years in a row, you guys. We don't want to play.
How do we fix this, Joe? Not just with the UCF year by year. There's going to always be special circumstances, but are we just going to, the bowl games are just anymore? Because with the playoffs, there's going to be so many teams that are running up for it at the end. There's going to be a lot of hearts broken, and so many plans will change. I mean, they're still going to have bowl games, but they're going to start calling just toilet bowl games.
I mean, that's pretty much where we're at this point. No one cares about the bowl game unless it's one of the New Year's 6 games, which is a playoff game. And it's unfortunate. I mean, we saw what Notre Dame did. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. A team gets, they got snubbed from the playoffs, but unfortunately, with the way the rules are set up, I think the playoff committee got it right this year. I mean, obviously, fans don't want to see James Madison and Tulane make the playoffs.
Welcome back, you little.
I mean, but with the if you listened, I said with the rules in place, that's the right decision.
Yeah.
The 2 teams on the cups were Notre Dame and Miami. You have to take account for the head-to-head game. I know people say, oh, it's early in the year, the teams have changed, but they have enough common opponents, and they played head-to-head. They have the same
Ben,
record.
you got anything you want to?
As much as I don't like Miami, they earned it over Notre Dame because of that head-to-head win.
They should have gone in over Alabama.
And that's another thing, the whole Alabama and BYU dispute. I mean, they both played in a conference championship. One got punished, one did not. You could say that Alabama looked just as bad, if not worse, against Georgia than BYU did against Texas Tech. So for them to not even get moved down a spot is just another thing that the committee they're not consistent with their rankings. And another thing is Ole Miss. They say that if you lose a coach, a key player, or anything like that, you can be bumped from the rankings or something like that.
It didn't happen.
We saw it with Florida State in 2023. It was the biggest debacle probably in the history of the playoff when Jordan Travis was out. Lane Kiffin leaves, and the entire Ole Miss coaching staff pretty much gone, and they don't even move down a spot.
It was a sympathy selection.
Now I'm on the fence here because we talked about how a lot of these teams that cancel because the 5 and 7 doesn't get in. Well, the 5 and 7 doesn't get in because the last minute and so many other teams opted out. By the same letter of the law, the 153 kids on that squad for Ole Miss, they worked. It took us as real hard. Obviously, the proof's in the pudding on how they're going to finish this season, right? But I mean, should they be penalized just because their coach took that big pay up and went out?
No, I don't think they should have been punished and not been in the playoffs. I still think they're a playoff team, but I'm just talking about from a committee's perspective. They have to be consistent.
I agree
with where they rank teams and where they rank them. The biggest crime for Notre Dame fans right now is they were ranked ahead of Miami for the past 3 consecutive weeks. And then the week where the 2 teams don't play a game, that's when they bump it. That's where the real crime was.
And you want to start watering down the end of seasons and then the potential bowl games even more. Start having teams sitting all of their starters as they get possibly playoff eligible to go against that injury, seeing what Florida State had to go through with the travesty that was. So, yeah.
All right, well, let's talk positive. I'm so
Can we
sick
talk
and
about
tired.
the Ray store?
I was just going to say.
Ben insulted the Ray store.
He interrupts poor Wyatt.
I
He's
didn't
so
hear
excited.
it. I'm sorry.
Oh, sure. That's just your
He goes in the Rays store
Rays
wearing-
excitement, and he gets deals.
I found this
He
out
stole
on
it.
our
Is that
walk.
one of the?
He
It
stole
was on
off
the
street.
ground.
It was on the ground.
He climbed a pole. He was
Sure,
holding-
it was.
It was
It
on
was
the
on
ground.
the
It's
ground.
free.
There's 2 witnesses.
Okay,
It's
Yeah,
free.
Look at that. TB.
I wouldn't put anything past him though.
It's like loose change at that
You
point.
think, you
So,
think I
Mike-
can climb a pole like that? I don't have that skill.
We went to the Rays store.
Really?
The vibe in a Rays store today. They got a DJ playing Christmas music, the free drinks. They got 30% off all your Rays jerseys. But as
they
we're
got
walking
free
out-
flags outside.
Well, we're walking out though. 30% of $150 jersey. It's it's $45 for
180.
walking. And I don't want to go there. But the DJ from up top says, "Hey, somebody put a Rays jersey on that Seattle Mariners fan." As we're
Hey,
walking-
did?
No, here's the,
Yeah.
Mike. Let me finish. The Rays brass. There was like not just level stores. Obviously, it's a Christmas thing. So there was some mid to lower tier level on the merchandise side. And right when he says that,
Kind of like guys like Chris Mueller in charge of.
maybe that. And
Radio.
as the DJ says that, Ben, without missing a beat, as he's walking out the door, says, "I'd wear a Rays jersey if they were a little bit cheaper."
Yeah, don't charge $200 for a jersey. I got
So
this
we're making
at the
friends.
Hall of Fame for like $120.
Rays
It-
jerseys
like,
are
it's
135, no name at the
Oh,
team store
No, they're
They,
nice.
they got 'em
with
up
the
to 180.
25% off.
Bothamstein.
Boom.
That's a 90. That's a $90 jersey, and and you put the
My man Ben Bothamstein.
cutting bridges wherever he can.
Well, the thing is if you want the nice jersey, the jersey with like actual patches that aren't like these printed on crap that they do for all the jerseys now, you're having to pay upwards of $200 for a jersey. It's ridiculous. Like it shouldn't cost that much. You guys are making these in Indonesia and shipping them over here.
Okay,
Hey,
let's
hey,
not
don't
get-
go there.
Let's not get political.
No, I'm not getting
Let's
political.
not go tariffs.
I'm just no, I'm not getting on that. I'm just saying,
Is
like,
that why they're blowing those boats up? Because
it-
those jerseys are so expensive.
I'm just saying.
Get the
That's
jersey
why the
boat.
jersey's so
These aren't
expensive.
American made, like hand stitched
They're
jerseys.
trying to get the jerseys over here, and we keep blowing them up across the water there. They're going to be $1,000 before the season starts, which is good though, because the Cubs jerseys are only $29.95 order now.
Hey, we're gonna have a great time. You gonna come down for opening day?
Oh, Joe.
I hope so. If I don't have any school activities that I need to take part in that
It's a
day.
national
You're
holiday.
you are nothing like I was as a
I
student.
can write you a
If
note.
it's cool, I'm going. I
I'll
don't
write
get-
you a
Well,
note.
not like I might have
You'll be here.
not a
Yeah.
class, but like other
Yeah,
functions and junk.
you'll be
Function,
here.
the library.
The library is where he's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where you'd be.
I'd be here at opening day.
Exactly.
I ain't missing opening
In
day.
Mariners
Did you hear that Coach Mo was an assistant at? Oh, you were gone at Georgia Southern.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
Did you
go
catch that?
Eagles.
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
you weren't here.
I didn't know
Gata.
Coach Mo at first till he came up and
Yeah.
almost stepped on me.
They're in the like Hawaii Bowl or something like
Yeah.
that this year.
I can tell you right now.
Oh, let's hear it, Mike.
That's a newspaper?
You know,
Did you get that from the museum?
I am not gonna change my. I got into the world with the latest greatest camera and all that now.
Nice.
I got a Galaxy.
I bet we could look up on our phones faster than you find it on that newspaper, though.
I already did. I'm in
Chat
my,
Well, I can't because I don't know how to run this thing yet.
I already did my meta glasses. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm looking at video.
Where's Georgia Southern play?
They're in Hawaii.
The Hawaii Bowl?
Yeah, they're in Hawaii.
Ben-
That's
right?
big time.
Well,
Yeah.
Ben has money on it. That's why he knows.
Well, no, it's because it's the Eagles. Gotta get after that.
Claw
ass.
down.
All right, you know
No, that's Savannah State. Claw
I'll
down.
never
Welcome
get it
to the
right.
march.
we're going to be on another 10 minutes. We've been talking all kinds of positive things, but now it's time to get it off your shoulders, boys.
There
And
we
now you've
go.
been waiting for a microphone.
Philip Rivers.
Okay.
The most
Don't-
exciting
do,
news.
do not disparage an OG.
I love him.
It's going to get a check for walking around with the clipboard.
gonna
I'm
get a check,
excited.
all right.
44 years old. He took 5 years off to rest the body, and now he's ready to roll. He's going to throw for like 300 yards. I can't wait.
He was
I'm
working out with
excited.
Gruden and his son the other day.
Exactly. You got to
Well,
rest the body.
Hey, you know, the reason why Daniel Jones had 4 broken legs is because that offensive line, it can struggle at times. So Daniel Jones, I can get rid
Can
of
you
it.
imagine at 44 years old getting beat up like that? It's going to take you a month to
He ain't
recover.
getting beat up. His
He'll be
legs
all
are
right.
fresh. He had plenty of time to rest. You know, if you guys saw him in Madden 2005, he was unbelievable.
Wait a minute. And you had his speed at 99. He was running past Bo Jackson.
Exactly. And that's why he needed a little bit of a break. You know, he took COVID off and then
He's going to
few
have a
extra
break.
years and-
He's going to have a lot of breaks.
11 kids. He didn't take anything. It's actually, he's taking a vacation from those 11 kids. Let's be honest.
All right, let's go to the the dark cloud of the last couple of days, and that would be Raymond, your our guest. We'll let him go first.
Please, Joe.
Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What in the hell is going on?
Oof. Last week, you got the Sunday game, which was awful, and then the short week to a Thursday game.
That's a lot of pain in one.
That was even worse.
7-day stretch.
But yeah, the Bucs, they started 5-2, 6-2 this year, and or what 1-6.
I was starting to believe them, even as a Packer fan.
And you're talking about, yes, the team did deal with a lot of injuries. They're getting those guys back, but still, this team has way too much talent on that roster to be 7-7. And originally, I wasn't a blame it all on Todd Bowles guy, but these past couple of games, 100% has been on the coaching. I mean, you look at the Saints game. The conditions are mush. It's hard to throw the football.
And you're throwing it.
It's pouring rain, and you're going for it on 4th down and less than a yard, more than a yard, 4th and 1, 3 or 4 times from the 50-yard line. I mean, you had no business doing that. All right, first time you don't get it, don't do it again. Pin them deep. I know our punter sucks, but pin them deep. Make them go the length of the field in those conditions, and just make this a defensive game where 17-10, 17-14 in the Bucs probably
the
win
way
that.
they usually win.
Well, Joe,
Probably
let me ask
win
you,
that
though,
game.
This is the same Todd Bowles that 3 years ago was literally almost fired his second year making the playoffs because he wouldn't go for it on 4th and goal. He would kick the field goal and play the field game. You really think that that's the same Todd Bowles that now all of a sudden is he
It's not the same Todd Bowles. You see him F-bombing in the press conference?
Yeah,
that
but
ain't the same Todd Bowles.
Well, he's let some of that locker room Todd Bowles come out, but is this the same guy that does that 4 times with a rookie quarterback in their house in a monsoon? Really?
It's just, I don't understand why coaches get so aggressive. My thing is, early in the game and you're in the red zone, take your points. Unless you're inside like the 3-yard line, then you can go for it, because then you got to go 97 yards down the field.
Do you think if Tony Dungy would have had this offense in 99 and they were having the success that they were having, do you think that he would have been a kind of coach that would have fully turned it around and been the guy that would have won 3 times with a rookie quarterback in a monsoon at home in a year that you need that game in a losing streak? So why is Todd Bowles a defensive-minded coach to do this? I don't think Todd Bowles made that call.
Yeah, our defense, our play calling on defense. I'll just take it back to the end of the
defense blows.
Not the Patriots, but the Falcons game. We have no pass rush. That's been our main problem for the past 3 years. I think we have talent in our secondary. It's just we have no pass rush to the quarterback, and any good quarterback that can pick up the Todd Bowles blitz is going to piece our secondary apart. Our corners can't cover for that long, especially when they're sitting in zone. They just find the soft spot, which we saw Kyle Pitts do 85 times and no adjustment was made at all. And on
that was hard to watch.
On 4th and 14, the guy runs to the sticks, stops in the middle of the corner in the safety, playing in zone.
Nobody there.
He's wide open. Like, I don't understand. What do you expect him to do? Run 12 yards and hope he gets the first down?
So does it go above the coach's fault? Does it go to Jason Light for bringing in
It will be.
Well, bringing in Hassan Reddick and hoping that he got right in therapy and not having taken a first-round pick. And I love Ibuka, but instead of addressing it with another first-round pick, the Mike Evans theory from 2014, just build it and go. Should we have not addressed the Atlanta Falcons drafted 2 defensive linemen in the first round, and we kind of saw it. They had a better pass rush than we did in our own house.
We 100% should have went defense in the first round. We needed a linebacker. Campbell was available from Alabama. That's who I thought we were going to pick. We ended up picking Ibuka, who obviously, it was a good pick, but he's been struggling the past few weeks. Once the Godwin and Evans went down, he's gotten the majority of the cover. He
became a rookie.
He became a rookie. He got that slump, and he's going to be a great pick in the long run, but right now our defense is what's been missing from the Bucs, and we should have drafted.
Do they make the playoffs, boys? And then we'll quit talking.
I hope they don't, because we need to get
absolutely.
They got to get him out of here. Not slammed, but they got to get Bowles out of here. It's time. We're never going to be better.
F you guys too.
We're never going to be better. We're never going to be better than 9-8 or 10-7. There's a ceiling and there's a floor with Todd Bowles.
I'll even go
we're never going to go higher or lower than that.
I'll go 1 and done in the playoffs with you if we win the next 3 games. Carolina twice, right? Miami and Miami.
The way they've been playing, they won't.
What I'm saying though is that I would take the playoffs that way. But if we 1-1 or we go 2-1 and we luck in because of this and that, we can get a second or third place schedule and get a higher draft pick. Then I don't want the playoffs, especially if they're going to blow this thing up. I want that last dance. I want it to be a special one. But if it's not, then yeah, what are you going to do? What are you talking about here?
I think those Panthers are locking it in. I think the Panthers are going to take over. They're maybe
they're the team of the future in that division.
If we beat them,
they're the team they are the team of the future in that
we're
division.
We're actually in a catbird seat here, guys. Instead
of
leading from, I posted the JPP thing because he talked about in 2019 lead from the front when he was talking to Shaquille and Devin White. We're not leading from the front like we've been in the last. We're not going to luck in or back into it. Now we're in a dogfight, and we have to beat the big dog right now, and we earn it. If we don't, then Bucks fans still enjoy the 50 years, watch the thing, enjoy baseball because it's going to be, and the Lightning are looking playoff bound as well.
All right, let's talk. Of course, we talked Lightning. No, we talk Bucks. Let's talk Rays. How about their signing in the last 7 days, 7-8 days?
They're making some not noise, but they're crumbling like some paper.
I was sure Pete Alonso was coming here.
Yeah, we already have a first baseman.
I'm kidding.
We already have a first baseman. We already have a DH. I don't think
we're going to spend that money though. Really,
I didn't think it was going to be a necessary signing.
Well, I didn't know he was going to be in our division.
Steven, well, that's
and a team that really didn't need that strength.
They don't need a bat in the Orioles. They need pitching.
Got Steven Matz from the Red Sox. Nice little another arm never hurts. Cedric Mullins.
Cedric Mullins is a good
veteran outfielder. Listen, there's a lot of upside with Cedric Mullins. He's been an all-star before. We see what he can do, obviously playing against the Rays. And the Rays have had a center field issue. They have Mangum and they have Simpson, but both of those guys, I don't think they clearly want as their everyday center fielder. Simpson's good, obviously, but he's not good in the field in center. If you put him in right or left, I think he's going to be very good. And obviously having him in the lineup with that speed is going to be incredible.
The veteran talent, I think, is also something that the Rays have been missing. We don't have that leadership. We don't have that guy to say, hey, this is how baseball's played.
That's why you're hoping Randy Arozarena
7 rookies in the lineup last season.
Exactly.
Every day.
It's hard for a team to compete like that because they get down on their luck. They don't realize, okay, we don't need to be shooting the long ball every single time and going for that, doing crazy bat flips and insane stuff. That's not how you need to be playing the game. You have a veteran guy come out there, you clock in, you clock out,
play Madden ball.
Job done.
Speaking of Joe Madden, on Thursday on the T Florida right here, it's our Christmas show from 6 to 8 here at the and it'll be on the Big 8 AM 820 and of course Florida Sports Streams and RadioStPete.com. Joe Madden's going to sit in for an hour with us, and so we'll be talking a little baseball. You guys come on down if you would like to.
A little glass of vino.
Yep, and I'm looking forward to that conversation as well. But you would have enjoyed it, and Ben, you didn't get down here, but these guys were blessed enough to have Ken Beebe sitting right in that chair and talk about the future, and Tristan and the gang got
rock the trop.
And that was
that's what I couldn't think of. Rock the trop. Get that third deck open. We're gonna rock the trop, Joe. With the 4 of us, we got to carry Mike up there.
I'll be ready to roll by then.
Wait, we're gonna have a rascal. We're gonna have to sit in the
We'll get you in a wheelchair. Is that what you're saying?
Kiss my old carcass.
Oh, okay. Almost thought he said poop again.
Hey, we're not on terrestrial radio right now. I can say whatever the F I want.
That's true. You're up. That's some real shit.
Okay, Pat McAfee. But anyway, look who's coming in the house. Mark Parker.
Oh, come over here, Mark.
This guy comes in, and now he's going to write
what other radio?
He's going to write an astounding article in the Catalyst about us at the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection, and having Ken Beebe sit right there. And welcome to the airwaves, my man. Let's get your perspective on this new ownership group as you're getting to know them a little bit. And it was really cool that Wednesday night having them down there, and Ken Beebe just seems like a man of the people.
He damn sure does, and we heard a little bit of that before we really were introduced to him, specifically because, he really, I don't know if resurrected is the right term, maybe revitalized, but the 2 minor league teams he owned, he really got the
what was that, Akron?
The cities, Akron and Jacksonville. Yeah. And you hear that a lot, right? Like these minor league guys, a lot of people, they don't care. They're going to come to a major league franchise no matter what. But you got to work a little bit more to get the audience there for minor league teams, and so
entertaining, like you see at the minor league level.
And I heard that, and I heard that was one of the good things about him, and so far he's proven it in spades.
I was in minor league baseball for 5 years in the Midwest with the Iowa Cubs AAA, and I just loved that you're always you need butts in the seats, and so half the time may not even big baseball fans, but they're there for the entertainment. And BB gets that.
Babby,
excuse me.
I was going to get him.
Bibby was a point guard for UCLA 100 years ago.
Let me ask you this. Do you feel, in man of the community, do you feel I haven't heard no one say this, but isn't there this weird kind of ironic twist that we're going to rock the Trop or try to have a great time? And on this side, we're happy. 4 years, 5, however long it takes to find a forever home. But at the same time, we're going to be literally real time proving that baseball really could belong and still be here in Pinellas County moving forward. And that's going to be a thing. Have you heard people in the community talking about what that's going to be like?
Any optimism?
Well, not so much for the stadium, but just the fact that
first things first, yes, I firmly believe that the Trop is going to be nuts, especially those first few games, the first homestand. And I'd like to think that carries for a while. I hope it carries the whole season. But without a doubt, even without a lot of improvements that the Rays are doing, I think not having them here over the past year, is kind of it's the old saying, you don't really realize what you have until it's gone. Right?
Precisely.
And make no mistake.
And we realize it down here at Fergs, trust me.
Well, on a Thursday night, the Blue Jays are in town. And if we're not in first or second, the way it always is, obviously, we're not going to suddenly soar to the top in the attendance. It's going to take baby steps. And that's what I'm thinking when we saw Mr. Babby that evening and knowing his experience in making those two stadiums, making ViStar Park an iconic place to even go to for the people of Jacksonville and doing it here. And I think I played my cards there. I am not trying to make this an us or them. We want to find that forever home. I'm just glad for at least the next 4 years, we're going to have a team that's not so much committed to what the investment can bring back in dividends, but the party that we have in the Trop.
And yeah, and not only do I think even without anything extra, I think the community is ready to party at the Trop, like you said. But I think the Rays really are doing a lot of stuff. In addition to what the city is doing, and granted, it's what the city is doing is based on storm repairs, but it's also, it's going to be new stuff. It's got to be nicer stuff. And like we went on that tour, was it last week, maybe 2 weeks ago now, and like that new video board they just put in 2 years ago, right? It wasn't damaged that much. The city was going to fix it, and the Rays were like, they told the city, no, we're going to do a whole completely different and better video board, so I think the Trop, which personally I didn't think it was that bad.
We all love the Trop.
The Old Gray Ladies, the best stadium in baseball.
Yeah. Yes.
I've been having conversations with two of my big clients that are major players over there, Coca-Cola, and they didn't use near the budget to support them across the pond. They're going to do a lot of special things starting on opening day on April 6th. And he said, we're going to continue it all season long. I think all those type of vendors are going to take advantage of the new enthusiasm, ownership, and people wanting to participate. And that's a very positive thing, because that encourages ownership and say, hey, if our sponsors are getting behind us and focusing on bringing and putting butts in the seat, that's cool.
And like I told Mr. Babby that night, I think that the party on the third deck can be as much on the concourse outside. Give me a Saturday morning market. Williams Park is closed this week. Give me a market around up in there. You're bringing in a niche audience, and at the same time, guess what? By association, you're making Ray or baseball fans that didn't even really until they go to a game, they feel that. But I got to ask you one question, and we'll get out of here. We're running late. Al Langfield. The proposal to put a restaurant and a tiered deck out there, and I was talking to a soccer fan out here on the sidewalk, it doesn't make it that full circle stadium, but it also keeps in play the possibility of the Rays being spring training should their forever home be on the other side. You ran a story in the Catalyst this week about that. What do you think?
I think that's a real possibility. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense with the environmental issues and stuff, but I've always, on a personal fan level, I've always thought the idea of having a full stadium on the water would be super cool. Like San Francisco, you're out there catching balls.
Yeah, so did I.
Fishing balls out of the bay.
Yeah, Cubby Cove.
But with all those new upgrades, I firmly believe that would position the Rowdies to move into a Division I, and that used to be limited to MLS, but now the USL is launching a top-tier soccer division in 2027, I believe, or maybe it's 2026, 27 season. So not only would it position up for that,
And the new ownership's behind the Rowdies.
Yeah,
in a big way.
100%. Yeah,
Good.
and I know that's been they've wanted to do that
I hear your voice
for a
though.
long time.
When
And
you-
if we could do spring training too,
Win,
yeah,
win,
that's,
win.
that's pretty damn cool,
Poor Charlotte. We like you, but
You think occasionally you're the man on the streets. We're looking at the man on the
Just no.
streets. Mark
Dialed
Barker.
in.
He gets to everything.
And Ben, he's going
I
to get
see
me.
him down at Katiki.
We might
down
even-
on the beach. We won't go into that.
Mark may be able to get me to the top of 44 residents at 4,400 before you get in there through your contacts. So.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
You're gonna say he's got a condo there.
No, I got some friends that have condos.
What I
up
want to
there.
say though is I hear when you said environmentally, you made that about what could be done there and the responsibility. The thing would be to build it higher, bring something up. But this project also gives you the money and then to do upgrades at Mahaffey. Continues to keep it historically what it was, and I think it's going to make it an entertainment destination. But I think when you said that, you also read into the fact that at some point the community is going to have to vote and get behind that because it's going to cost some money, and that's not like what we were trying to give to guy across the street there a few months ago. So we'll see.
Yeah, and I should be 100% positive on this, but I'm not. But I think anything that happens there is going to require a ballot referendum because it's along the waterfront and any of our waterfront parkland, just like when the Dolly first did, announced their expansion, the first part of it anyways, we had to vote on that. So yeah, pretty much anything that happens along the waterfront, I'm 99% sure is going to require a ballot referendum.
Take your reporter hat off for a minute. Last question. More likely, the people of Pinellas County would be opposed to doing that, or St. Pete to doing that project downtown, or the people of Hillsborough County are going to spend $2 billion to build a baseball stadium at the college.
I do not see the people of Hillsborough County or the city of Tampa spending
That make you happy?
nearly
Thank
that
you.
much
I mean-
money.
Thank
not
God.
even close. And again, taking my reporter hat completely off, and I know Mark Ferguson, the man, the myth, the legend, agrees with this. I still think that they're going to do their best to see what they can find over there, but I don't think they're going to have the money or the support, and maybe.
And we got 4 years to drive energy here.
Yeah.
Well, and everything.
I think there's going to be an extension.
Yeah.
And again, that's just my personal feeling.
Well,
I think first and foremost, there's going to be an extension.
To
But
cap
they're
it-
still trying for 2029, so who knows?
How do people find you?
Please.
Oh, well.
Besides at Ferg Sports.
Come to Fergs on a
Or at
Saturday,
Tatiki.
number one.
I'd say just a Saturday my ass.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Shh. Don't know my secrets. stpetecatalyst.com. That's our website. We have a newsletter that comes out at 4 every day. It's completely free, very little ads. Sign up for that. The Tampa Bay Times, Florida Politics, WUSF, they republish our stuff sometimes, but St. Pete Catalyst is our home. And then if you live here in St. Pete, I'm Mark Allen Parker on Facebook. I'm sure
Does a
sure you've
wonderful
seen me
job.
around.
And the catalyst.
You know what? One thing about this cat, and you might want to run with him once in a while.
All right.
Always has beautiful women around him.
Oh, look at Ben. His antenna went
I
up.
don't know the deal, buddy.
Say
but
less.
Yeah, but he's got it figured out.
Yeah, well,
He's got it figured out.
I don't even know what to say to that, but I am single, so.
You know what's
I
weird?
remember the time I'm doing the golf.
Hey, you're on. We're over here. Swipe right, ladies. Swipe right.
I'm doing on the tee, Florida. I don't know this clown from Adam. I'm doing on the tee, Florida, and all of a sudden he gets up and he's grabbing a microphone and he's clowning, and I'm like, I look over at Tom Gribbon and I go, who in the hell is that? Get him off the set. And he goes, oh no, he's a great kid.
I got to ask a question.
And he is.
Look out there, guys, out there right now. Not much college football on this week. We got parties in here having holiday parties,
trying
but
to
it's
bring the vibe down.
well, no, it's going to get electric in here later on this afternoon, and it's a great day down here in the Berg. The weather's perfect, but I was like, I didn't know how it was going to be. There's some little basketball, there's some Russian table tennis going on out there. Ben,
Big fan.
get your betting app open.
There's an HBCU bowl game going on right now. I got money on that. Hey, no, Prairie View
This is
A&M.
Ben Big Bets. Trust me.
Prairie View
He's
A&M
a
's
school
gonna win.
teacher and a coach up at Seminole, but
boom,
this is where he makes all his
Ben's
money.
playing-
Man told me you had like 3 generations of Buccaneers cheerleaders.
Oh, you
in
missed
there.
the girls out? Are they still here?
Yeah, we had 70s,
Yeah, I think
80s.
they're still outside.
Oh, they're the
Yeah,
best.
70s, 80s, and 90s. Yep. And they come down.
You notice they
and
didn't bring
play.
those. They didn't bring those white leather boots this time.
No,
and I asked them when they were here last
That's
time.
because you sounded
I told them
you
I creeped
sounded
a
like
little.
a
I creeped.
freaking creeper.
I did creep a little.
Hey, tell Mark, you guys, your experience of going over to the store here.
Oh yeah, the store's great. We walked on over there today. They were doing, what was it,
30.
30% off jerseys each day. They're doing something new.
That's a hell of an idea.
They got a DJ in there playing Christmas music.
Free coffee.
Have you
I got
gotten
the
Oh.
Kawa coffee?
Can I suggest what we
pretty
get? What
good.
is this again? Tell Mark.
Oh, what was
It's
it? What
a-
did we get? The
it's a
cappuccino,
cappuccino with
a
the
little bit of
caramel.
caramel kind of mix in there. Not too shabby.
Tell them how they threw you under the bus.
Oh yeah, the
Listen
DJ
to this, though.
just came on
We're
over
walking
the,
out.
over the loudspeaker, and he started roasting me for my Ichiro jersey.
He
This
said
is
somebody
Hall
put a
of
Rays
Fame
jersey on the
Ichiro.
guy with the Mariners jersey.
Yeah.
And Mark, let me set the scene. I'll let you finish it. There's a lot of it's because it's a big day. They got the DJ, so there's some mid-tier merchandising level of
Santa
the Rays there.
Raymond.
Like Santa Raymond is there. Take people taking pictures. A little group forming. The guy says somebody put a Rays jersey on that Mariners fan as we're going right into the middle of this full group. Ben responds with,
And then I said, well, if your jerseys weren't $200 a pop, maybe I'd buy one. I got this at the Hall of Fame in New York City for less than what they charge there. And this is a nice jersey.
So yeah, we're making friends. That's what we do.
I still got a little bit of
30% off, which would be 140.
From the previous ownership with the Rays. Some lingering sentiments about it. I love the Rays. I'm a huge Rays fan, but I gotta start brushing off those feelings of resentment that I had from the previous ownership group. Stuart Little Sternberg, you know.
Oh, you don't want to hear him go off.
He was
I tried to get you out of here.
I had him on the FBI most wanted list. I swear I was looking for him everywhere.
He's a journalist. He's not going to make one comment.
Hey, it's okay.
On
I'll
anything
say
you've
it.
said.
Sternberg was always it's.
Enough said.
Yeah. He was always a good guy to me. Is what I was going to say.
He is a good
Hey,
guy.
that's all
He's
that
a good
matters
guy.
when you're in the media, right? They
No,
give
he
you
was.
you give you an audience.
They were very nice, and they did. And
Yeah.
I will say real quick, I know we're rushing. I went to the store like the grand opening day, and same deal. Like I was blown away. I thought it was such a cool idea.
Yeah, I
you know,
loved it.
now they have a presence, and I think that says something too about again it circles back
Committee
to the
writing.
beginning of
Yep.
them wanting to really be back in the community.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't have to do all that.
That's what I love about
Yeah,
this
they
new
spent some money to
ownership.
Stu
do it.
wouldn't have done that, even though he was a good guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't have had to because again, he was bottom line. What's my return on my investment in this? His return on his investment was pretty good. This new team, that's a lot of things. People's like, oh, we're gonna go sign so and so. It's gonna kind of be the same. Eric Neander even says we're kind of operate modus operandi same as for now. And is it a problem? For right now, we're still almost winning divisions. Just we got to make the playoffs.
I love this new ownership group so far. I think I'm very optimistic. I'm very positive about them. Also, it was a really nice gesture when they bought the whole bar around a beer. Like I know that seems,
was unbelievable.
That seems silly.
No, yeah.
It's a
You're
good beer.
Not to
billionaire.
me, yeah.
It might not mean a lot, but to us, that's a small gesture to just say we care about you guys. You know what? That's a
And then
drop
the way
in the bucket to a
then
billionaire.
the way they
but-
went around and
It's
they
a real
gave.
Florida boy thing to
Yeah.
do.
Well, yeah, and then now they gave each member of the media a little envelope with a little cashola in it. Get us out of here, Mike.
We got to wind things down. Your Christmas wish.
wish.
Your Christmas wish for the St. Pete community. What's your Christmas wish?
Oh God, it would. I mean, if we're just going all out here, it would be for the Rays to stay. You know, to
Hell
decide that this is their forever home.
Very good. Hey, good to see you, Joseph. Back again. You can come down and grab a mic anytime. You're still in the Hall of Fame of my interns since you were my first and only at the time. Now I got a bevy of them just to try to fulfill your shoes. Christmas party will be here next week, so I'm going to ask for your Christmas prayers for your grandmother.
I appreciate
from all of
that.
us, my
Thank
man.
you, thank you.
And Raymond.
I'm going to finish up because I can finish with a little my Christmas wish, and it's kind of related to the community.
Is it PG?
Yeah. Well, obviously,
we're streaming right now. It doesn't have
well, the
to be.
narrative is that the one thing we have to get right with all of the gas plant is the reprimand or the amendments for what was done and how it was promised before and what we want to do and how that's going to be a vital community connecting point for all of St. Petersburg with that. I don't know about the whole thing over. We'll see how that works out. I just want to make sure my Christmas wish is that every decision made is always going back to
Glad you said that. You
Yeah.
know, that really should have been mine.
No, I've
you
read
know,
you. I read you.
I'm
That's why I
thinking,
knew
like,
it.
you know,
You
like
put my head there, Mark. That's why it's
but
there.
yes, that definitely should be a focus, and hopefully a soon one too, because Lord knows
Yeah.
certain people have been
Long
waiting
time
for a
coming.
long time, you know. So.
He's Mark Parker. You can catch him, and Catalyst does a superb job. Or as I said, every day down here at Fergs Sports Bar and Grill.
This is his office, Mac.
I'm Mike Rickard. For Ray Kennedy, Ben Botham, Dan McCarney, super conversation. Barry Smith, live from Vegas. The girls were just superb from the Tampa Bay Rays cheerleader alumni. Joel Bordeaux, Wyatt Ross, and Northside Christian Mustang basketball team. Those guys were the real deal. They were a lot of fun. And of course, our good friend Brad Richardson putting all that together on radio, stpete.com. I want to thank our Sports Talk Florida, Cam over there, and Big 8, AM 820. Thanks for listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connections College Game Day Tailgate Show and our second hour of the Body Armor Coca-Cola Primetime Preps Hour. Wishing you and your families a fabulous weekend. Get a win this weekend there. Ben Botham, you need some. God bless you. God bless America. And as always, be sure to have a championship week.